Hey everyone, how's it going? Been a little while, I know. Been a bit busy, not gonna lie. And there hasn't been that much going on recently, especially since, we shift Merity and everything. She's been a permanent unit, so I haven't really been doing that much. And this time trial events, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, new Collab released today, literally 10 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. I haven't done anything. Everything I've done, all the updates and everything. We'll do the same thing as usual, go through all the units and the arcs first of all, and then we'll see what happens from there. I want to do quite a bit of stuff today. Maybe this will be a longer stream than usual, a little bit. Kind of depends on how it goes. If we don't get the units early on, I'm going to be doing a bunch of the events to get the collab tickets, because this is the first time, or very rare that this happens, that we get rate up tickets. If I have a look at probability of these tickets, the rate up was 0.8%, which is great for both the unit and the arc, so keep that in mind. So you can make sure to get as many tickets as you can, because that's going to be incredibly useful. Also, this Redux gacha, I was really looking forward to this gacha specifically, but we'll go through all of that stuff later. First of all, let's go through the new Rimuru and the arc. Now, I personally like the artwork of normal Rimuru. He's the one that I've got currently as my home wallpaper. I do like him, even though he was completely useless when he came out. I just really like using him as my wallpaper recently. So let's have a look at it. Demon Lord Rimuru. He does look great, not gonna lie, but the only thing I can say about his artwork is his isn't as much animation as his original, which I can say that. So let's go over all of his normal stuff. I can notice quite a few things. First of all, he's a creature type, which I kind of expected, because normal original Rimuru was a creature as well, and that's really the only units that we've got as creatures. Is kind of quite interesting, and means you're not going to get screwed over by Human Slayer all the time in Arena, so that's a good thing. So HP is not that high, but he does have some good survivability skills and some other things we can mention, but his HP isn't that great compared to some other units I've seen that have been around 6 or 7,000. MP is decent, Strength 1,300, very good, Defense 1,100, also very good, Int 1,250, very good, and Mind 1,200. All 4 of these stats, incredibly good. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that he would have both good strength and int, and that seems to be the case, which is good because he's got Thaumaturgy Ring, I'm pretty sure, so. And he's also got good defense and mind, so even though he's got low HP, you can increase his HP, also increase the defense and mind even more. He's going to take even less damage. Seems like he's going to be a pretty decent unit, not just as a glass cannon, but as a good survivability unit as well, because most units usually have less than 1,000 defense or mind or both as a DPS unit, so I'm glad he has some pretty high stats for both of those too. So some good stats, and another thing which is very good, I just noticed, is attribute resistance. Everything is 0, apart from 15 to light. Now that is a very good thing, because that means he's not weak to anything at all. And if you go ahead and increase his resistance to like almost everything apart from light, then you're going to get positive resistance for literally all of his attribute resistances, which sounds pretty damn good. Now some units have positive resistances for like some of them, and then have like a -30 to 1 resistance. That means that unit has a weakness to one element and they take more damage to that one element, but this guy, don't have to worry about that because he's got 0 to everything. I personally prefer that. I think that's pretty good. And also element resistance, resistance to poison, blind, and stun. Very good. He's not weak to anything. So, all of these stats, first of all, I'm personally quite impressed with this. I'm kind of surprised with all these resistances and the stats. They look very good. Now let's go over to the abilities next. Now these abilities are very interesting. I saw these in the video. I personally like his skill 1 and skill 3 the most. Skill 2 doesn't look as fast, but I still think it could be useful. Skill 1, Inferno. You would think it's a fire attribute skill, but let's see. Frontal long range combo attack. Rising Star boosts damage to enemies weak to fire. Now here's the thing. All of the skills are non-attributes. And Rising Star is his trait 1, which we'll look at in a minute, so it'll make more sense once we read that. So Inferno is all of these are going to be non-attributes, but they don't change to an element. They boost their damage if an enemy is weak to that element. So yeah, that is an interesting thing, because that's like the first time we've had that. Milim, we're getting Shift Milim in next week. Original Milim is in the Redux banner. We don't have any information on the Shift Milim yet. She might be an interesting unit, but I'm just worried about her not being as good as Loxus, and being a dark attacker. That means you're not going to need her really, because Loxus is still very good. But we'll have to see what she's like. Maybe she's unique enough to be good. We don't know. Maybe she won't be dark. Maybe she'll be other elements or something. I don't know. So skill 2, Gluttony. Medium area, medium range combo attack. So skill 1 was frontal long range. This one is medium area, medium range. So you got to kind of be in the range to use your skill 2, but not your skill 1 and skill 3. Absorbs 3% of damage as HP. Now that is incredibly good. We haven't had that many units with skill damage absorption. I'm just going through all of the skills first because I kind of want to help people understand these skills a bit easier, but if you're completely new, then it's kind of hard, you know, but maybe some of this will make sense. We'll be going over some more stuff in a bit. We don't know, since we don't have any information on Shift Milim yet, I can't say which one's better until she gets released. Rimuru does look very good, but I'm still going through everything. Skill 2 looks pretty good. I've got the hit count somewhere. His skill 2 is 12 hits, I know that for sure, and this is without dual wield because he doesn't have dual wield. Skill 1 is 8 hits, which is pretty nice too. Skill 3, wide area, long range combo attack. Skill 2, boost damage to dark. Skill 3, boost damage to light, if an enemy is weak to it. Now, I personally like his skill 3 a lot. It's 16 hits, and it looks like it's a very large area. We don't know how big that area is going to be. I am very looking forward to testing that, and its other skills too, but mostly his skill 3. And I'm really hoping that his skill 3 can have 2 skill stocks, because if he only has 1 skill stock of his skill 3, kind of like Roy, only has 1 skill stock, then that's really going to be painful, but understandable if his skill 3 is that strong, so we'll really have to see. So I personally feel like the main thing about this unit is all of his skills here. These are going to be very good, and I'm surprised that he's a physical DPS unit, because original Rimuru was a mage unit, and he wasn't very good as a mage, so I'm glad that they made this unit physical DPS, because I was hoping for that, really was. Now his special skill, Beelzebub, very cool. Powerful combo attack to all enemies, restore HP to all allies. His special skill is 40 hits, is very long animation. I don't know how useful it will be. I don't think it'll be that great compared to like Loxus special or someone else, maybe like Levi. It's 30,000 paid crystals, around 30,000 paid crystals for pity the units in collabs. You can't pity the units for 90,000 free crystals in collabs. You can only pity the arc for 90,000, so that's one thing to note, and I can say this already, the arc is 100% not worth the 90,000 crystals, so only really worry about getting the unit. If you manage to get the arc as well, then that's great, but we'll be talking about the arc in a little bit once we get to it. So traits, his trait 1 is by far the most interesting and best traits compared with trait 2. His trait 2 is kind of a bit different, but trait 1 mostly for damage. Non-attribute damage plus 50% is great. Damage cap 8,000 of non-attribute damage, which I'm pretty sure that's going to apply to his special too, which is pretty good. When enemy has a specific attribute weakness, skill damage plus 40% and damage cap plus 5,000. So this is what it was saying on these skills. So let me give you a good example here. His skill 1 boosts damage weak to enemies weak to fire, right? Go to his trait 1. What it actually does is it increases skill damage by 40% and increased damage cap by 5,000 whenever the enemy is weak to fire. So it doesn't change it to fire, it stays on attribute but increases the damage and damage cap of that skill, which is very interesting, and I personally like that. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I think it sounds very useful. And obviously skill 2 is dark and skill 3 is lights, which does the same thing. I personally feel like that's going to be very, very good, and if you add all of that damage cap, it's pretty good damage cap so far. So yeah, that's that trait 1. I personally feel like it's going to be very good. Sounds very strong. Now trait 2 is a bit different. It's more of like survivability trait pretty much, which is nice. Whenever taking attribute damage, chance to cut damage from that attribute. Minus 5% per hit. Maximum minus 25% resets each wave. Now I don't know how good this is. Most going to be down testing. It says there's a chance to cut damage from that attribute. So it's not a buff. 5% per hit, maximum of minus 25%. So what I'm gathering from this is, once you get hit from an attribute attack, it has a chance to cut the damage from that attribute by minus 5%, right? But if it activates a second time, it increases it. I'm going to assume it increases it by 5% each time. I'm just guessing that, because it says a maximum of minus 25%. And then once you reach that minus 25%, I'm assuming it's going to be that every time you have that chance. I mean, it's not that great, but I guess it's good for survivability, I guess, but I don't think that's going to be that great. I mean, I guess it's good because you're stacking more survivability skills on him, you know. You can put on other skills on him, which will increase his survivability even more on top of his trait, which is a good thing. I don't think any collab unit or any unit will be like Roy anytime soon, because Roy is just that kind of unit which is just going to be that unique unit that's going to be top tier for an incredibly long time, because we have some units like that, like Loxus, Roy, previous units like Randy, you know, units like that that are very unique, and a unit like Lily, she was a top tier unit for an incredibly long time. It's going to be kind of similar to that, and even I think Roy's going to be similar to V, as in V is still used for clearing, you know, story stages really fast. I think Roy's going to be a similar thing where he can clear training stages and story stages and bosses really fast, just the weak ones for a very long time. And once we start getting on to even stronger bosses, then Roy will start losing out on those harder bosses, but not the training stages and stuff like that. So, when unit is alive and all allies are incapacitated, revive all allies with 100% HP once per wave or quest. I think this is going to be very useful, but the problem is, if you've got a tank in the team, then this is most likely never going to happen, because this unit has to be the only one alive, and if you've got a tank, that kind of ruins it. So I'm thinking, let's say in arena someone clears out your whole team, then Rimuru revives himself. Does his trait then activate to revive all your allies when he gets revived? I don't know. I would like to say yes, but I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe. We'll see. And I can definitely see this being useful in some stages. Maybe you're in multiplayer, for example, and your team is using very rubbish builds of their units because they are quite bad players. We get that a lot. And you're using Rimuru. This trait's going to activate Revive Everyone. I think it might be pretty useful, but I don't know how useful really, but I'm glad it's there. Roy might come back. I'm going to assume he will come back as a rerun, but most likely not for a very long time, once he's already outdated, or once there are a lot of newer units that have outclassed him in certain areas. So I don't think he's going to come back anytime soon, because usually reruns they leave a very big gap in between reruns. Like this slime collab, the first time it came out was like over a year ago. I had one video on it. That was kind of around the time I was starting to do more Last Cloudia stuff. So let's go over skills. Skills, there's some very interesting stuff here. Leader's charisma, and I think might be the first time we've got a charisma for a collab unit. I think. Pretty sure it is. Strength defense intermined 10% for units with a non-human type. 30% for monster units. Now, some people have been talking about this. They're not really sure what this means, really. Yeah, there's no roadmaps. They just do what they do, really. There used to be data mines, but they stopped doing that, which I guess kind of a good thing, really, because waiting for when things come out and not worrying about the future, I guess is a good thing, but at the same time a bad thing, because then you can't predict what unit's going to come out and stuff like that. But I don't know. So this charisma, let's say I think it's 10% of all of those stats when a unit is a non-human. It's 30% for a monster unit. Now here's what I'm thinking, it's going to be 30% for Rimuru because he's a creature, which I think classifies as a monster. But I don't think there's really any units that would classify as a monster unit. Maybe as a monster type, but monster type and a monster unit is different. Which, what I think is going to be a monster is like those, you know, Deborns and stuff like that. Those are classified as monster units. But let's say you have a human unit and you put on like a stone type Mimicry, that might make the unit classify as a non-human type. It will, because it has a non-human type. Maybe. Full Potion is one that we've seen before, I think with original Rimuru, I don't remember, because this is only with his collab. This is a unique magic collab healing, so I haven't used this in ages, or I haven't used it at all, so I don't know how good that would be, but I think it's good healing magic. I don't know how good Rimuru will be yet. It's going to be down to testing, which I will be doing later. We really don't know. It's kind of hard to rate units. A lot of people always say, oh, how good is this unit? I want to know if I should be pulling for this unit. Well, again, it comes down to personal preference, really. And if you read the skills yourself and think they're good, and if you hear other people saying they're good, then maybe you want to get the unit. But if you think the unit is boring, then just don't get it. As simple as that. Even if, I mean, maybe you care about the most top tier units, I understand that, but at the same time, just have fun with this game and get who you want, really. That's all it's about. MP up max is great. That's why he's got some decent MP. Fighting Spirit 4, Arcane up 4. Now having both Fighting Spirit and Arcane up means he's getting Int and Strength. Now I personally like units like these that have, you know, well, it's down here somewhere. Critical up 2, Aim Vitals, Creature Mastery. When unit has Creature type, which it does, physical attacks are affected on spirits, which is good, kind of like a Spirit Slayer. Damage from spirits minus 10%. When taking magical damage, chance to recover 50% of damage as HP. That's pretty good. Nothing crazy, but since he is a creature, I guess that's going to be useful, so I'm glad it's there. Auto Aura. Wisdom's Protection is nice. Auto Haste is great, I do like that. Auto Heal is very good, more survivability. I like Auto Heal a lot, starting to like that. I've seen this on a lot more units recently. I think this Rimuru will be very good, but I still got to test him out. I personally feel like all of his skills look strong. His damage cap could be higher, but I think he could be a good unit. A lot of people, I've been hearing some people say he's not that great on Discord, but I don't know what they've been smoking, because they should really test the unit and everything first, you know. Gale Force is great, more ST at max HP. Non-attribute attack raise 2 and 3, which is the first time we've seen this. More damage cap for non-attribute, and more non-attribute damage too. And critical raise, Goddess Kiss. I do like Goddess Kiss. I don't know what his normal attack is going to be. His normal attacks might be a close range attack. All of his skills, I'll have to talk about it later, but I think the skills are quite funny. If we manage to get him later on, I'm going to have to show you it. Thaumaturgy Ring, there you go. Boost physical damage based on int. That's why he has a lot of int and auto aura stuff like that. Because he's got Thaumaturgy Ring. I would have liked it if he had Thaumaturgy Ring Plus, but I'm not complaining because Thaumaturgy Ring is very good. Evil Absorption, now this one, I don't think we've really seen this that much, only on Degrug, so when taking physical / magical damage, chance to recover 50% of damage as HP. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a 20% chance per hit, so that sounds like it could be pretty useful for survivability, sounds pretty good. Less speed, more movement speed is great. Double impact, don't really care. Unless his normal attack's very good, we don't know. Sword boost and sword mega boost. More damage cap, physical attacks, and more damage, very good. Quick trigger's great. Decoy's nice. Some good survivability skills and good damage skills. Cloak of Majesty. Damage taken from non-boss enemies, minus 10%. Now I think this is 9SC, so that's pretty nice. Predator. I think these 3 skills down here are all unique skills for this unit. When defeating an enemy with strength, defense, into mind buff, get a buff for 25% of the same stat. Now I personally like this a lot. Kind of reminds me of Jen's swapping enemies buffs to debuffs kind of thing. But instead, when you're defeating an enemy, you get a buff for the same stat, which is very interesting. Now I'm assuming they're going to be normal buffs. Sounds like it. So let's say for example you have Brave. Well, a good example is he has auto aura already, and if you were to get an int buff, it's probably going to overwrite the aura or something like that, because they're not going to both apply at the same time, because they're the same type of buffs, most likely. But I think Predator's going to be very good, especially in Arena. You kill a bunch of enemies in Arena, and you get a bunch of buffs by doing that. I think it's going to be pretty good. Thought Acceleration, every 5 seconds use 10 MP to restore 1 second of ST for all skills. Now, people have been saying this skill is completely useless. I understand that, and yes, it might be completely useless, it might be just the worst skill ever, but it's not the worst thing in the world, because if you think about it, he has Auto Haste and Gale Force for even more recovery speed, right? And if you're stacking that on top of this, which is even more SET, and let's say you don't really care about the MP because you got Goddess Kiss, which does, then I think this would be a good thing. Even though it's not that great, every 5 seconds you're getting 1 second of SET for all your skills, which means technically you're getting 3 SET if you think of it like that. I think it could be useful. It's not the best thing in the world, but I can definitely see it being, it's not that great, but I'm glad it's there, you know. It kind of depends on, if you're having a hard time with MP, then maybe you want to take it off. If you're using Honey Elixir and stuff like that, you might not need it, but in other cases, maybe it's going to be somewhat useful. But Enhance Resistance, this one's a very interesting one too. When status element recovery speed, all status element recovery speed at 100%, which is great, first of all. When a basic status element is healed by an active skill, then resistance for that healed element +1. I think this skill is very good. Let's say you have someone like a Spirit Maiden Theria on your team. She's got that cure skill, right? Which is cures element things, right? So, first of all, he has a +100% recovery speed. So, that's great. If you don't have a unit which can remove them, then he's gonna recover them for them 100% faster, which is great. And he's also gonna get +1 to the ailments when you get healed by it. So, yeah, I think that's great. Overall, I think there's some very good skills here, and I think he has the potential to be a pretty good DPS unit, and has some good survivability. And if you put on this charisma, he's getting 30% for strength, defense, into mind. This unit, this charisma is mostly just going to be for buffing Rimuru himself, which I like that. But if you're using another unit with a charisma that you would rather use, then this is not going to do anything really, because yeah, it's not going to be that useful for other units. But for buffing Rimuru's, going to be very good. And all his skills here, I just think are very good. Now that's the unit itself. Now, I personally feel like this unit so far, what I've seen, he looks like he's going to be very strong, not gonna lie. His damage cap isn't the highest damage cap that we've seen, like Levi's damage cap is incredibly high. But I think his hit counts and everything, his animation, his skill 1 and skill 3 are incredibly fast, so we got to test that out. His skill 2 is a HP absorption skill, which is also very good, so yeah, even though he doesn't have the highest hit counts, I think he's still going to be a very solid unit, and has some very good skills and everything, and traits, good survivability, good stats, good element resistance, and attribute resistance. So yeah, I think he's going to be a pretty solid unit, but I am looking forward to testing him out later. So let's go over the arc next, which I don't care too much about, but I have a look at it anyways. So stats, HP, MP, strength, defense, mind, kind of average. Nothing crazy with the stats. Now the trait is very interesting. I don't know what I think about this trait really, because yeah, you'll see. Creature type only, skill damage 25%. Now that by itself, very good. Very good 25% skill damage when the unit is a creature type. You can always just put on Mimicry creature and you'll get that, so that's good. Add god type to user, no idea why. Well, I think Rimuru is supposed to be a god, right? So I guess that makes sense, but adding a god type to user can be a good thing in some cases, but in this case, not really going to do anything much. It's mostly going to make you vulnerable to god slayers, so think about that. Silence and curse resistance +1, which is nice. For each monster type that an ally has, skill damage cap +200. Not stackable, monsters are all non-human types. Now here's where it gets confusing. So it basically, in simple terms, it increases skill damage cap by 200, right? Basically per type that the unit has on the team. And what it means by non-stackable is, let's say one unit has a creature type and another unit also has a creature type. It means you're not going to get +400 for both units being a creature type. You're only going to get +200 for that one type. So it's +200 for each type, right, on the team. And it only applies to non-human types. That kind of makes it a lot easier to understand. So whenever unit has a non-human type, it's going to get +200. Whatever unit is equipping this arc gets +200 skill damage cap per, type that's on the team that's not human and it's not stackable. So I don't think this is going to be that useful, because I think what I heard is the maximum skill damage cap you can get from this is like 2,400. Which it is good, but at the same time, I'd rather just use Council of 10, most likely. And at the same time, you gotta use SC to get all of the Mimicries on the team to get all those types. So yeah, I don't see myself using that. Maybe I'll use it a few times, but I don't see myself using that trait specifically. I mean, the skill damage is very good. Not gonna lie, I like that skill damage, and the silence and curse resistance +1 is also pretty nice, but this damage cap, I probably wouldn't specifically go for that, maybe, because it's going to take a lot of SC just to get the damage cap. For example, for 10, if you want 10 types, that is 2,000 damage cap. 10 types on the team for Mimicries would be 10 times 2, because each one is 2, which is 20 SC. Just for 10 types to get 2,000 damage cap when you can just use Council of 10 instead for that 2,000 damage cap. Yeah, I probably won't use that. Now skills, Pose of Glory, Magical Up 4, Reincarnation. Now these two are unique skills to this collab, so that's interesting. Always looking forward to those. Evolved Blessing, revive an incapacitated ally and restore HP by 30%. Then boost HP cap by 10% and restore HP. Now when I heard this, boost HP cap by 10%, I thought that was pretty good, but when I actually thought of it, let's say the unit has 10,000 HP, they are getting a HP cap of 10%, which is only increasing their HP by 1000. So that isn't that amazing, but obviously this by itself is a much better type of revive. I mean, maybe you could use high resurrection instead because that heals the unit for more. But if you want HP cap and revive, then maybe you can use this, but I don't know if I would use this. Maybe this will be useful, but I don't know. Really, I really don't know, because it's 8 SC, and units like Sarah already have a high resurrection skill, which you would probably use instead. And also Spirit Maiden Theory as well. But maybe you would want to use this, but I probably wouldn't. Demon Lord awakens. Now, I don't know what I think about this. This is kind of a a very strange skill. So it's 6 SC, right? And you're getting strength and int by 10%. Great, right? But the downside of this is, at the start of battle, you're getting a Blazer and Lotasma effect on the units. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and facepalm right there, because that's just like a very controversial kind of skill. And it kind of stabs you in the back, really. Because you're getting strength and int by 10%, but you're getting a Blazer and Lotasma effect. Now, I'm pretty sure Blazer and Lotasma is minus 20% int strength, which is meaning by using this skill, you're technically getting a minus 10% strength and int, right? But if you can manage to remove that Blazer and Lotasma buff on the unit, then yes, you are getting a continuous strength and int 10% buff on the unit, and it's not even a buff, it's in the entire time. It's like a strength and magic ups type of skills. So yes, that can be good if you can manage to remove those buffs, but a big but is, at the start of battle, you're technically going to be getting minus 10% strength and int, which this skill by itself is just very weird. I don't see a very good use for this. I mean, unless, one exception I can think of is you're in arena, right, and you're expecting to get nuked by the enemy team, which then kills your units, but then your unit gets revived. They no longer have that Blazer and Lotasma debuff on the unit anymore because they got revived. So that's when you get the plus 10% strength and int. So that could be a good thing, but at the same time, at the start of battle you're getting Blazer and Lotasma effect. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Blazer. I think I should definitely check Blazer and Lotasma. I should definitely do that. So Blazer is a minus 20% strength for 40 seconds, and Lotasma would be a minus 20% int for 40 seconds, and they are both debuffs. Yeah. So yeah, I most likely won't use those. So also Ice Attack Rate 2 on this for 15 SC, don't really care too much, but I'm glad it's there. Overall I think these skills are not that great. I mean, they're nice to have, but they're nothing crazy and nothing that I would use specifically, so yeah, I don't really care about those skills. Arcade Reward is an accessory which is very interesting. I thought it would be a cloth, because it says it's a cloth. I thought it would be like a robe. MP 40, Mind of 60, Int of 60, that's pretty nice. Trait, Recovery Magic Power 15% and Recovery Magic uses minus 1 MP. That's pretty good for a trait, and also the stats pretty good for a accessory. These are all pretty nice for an accessory, not gonna lie. Nothing for attribute or element resistances, but I think this accessory, since it is an accessory, I think this can have alright, it could be useful in some cases, like maybe in arena, or maybe just for a, Spirit Maiden Theory, you can put it on her if you want, maybe. And also for that plus 40 MP could be pretty useful, but nothing crazy. But it's a decent accessory. It's not that bad. So yeah, overall, I don't think this arc is that amazing. I wouldn't specifically try and get this arc, not gonna lie, because I don't think it's that great. The skills are not that great, the trait is good, but you've got to build that damage cap up if you really want to benefit from it, which is going to take a lot of SC and a lot of setup, so I don't see myself using that arc, and I don't see myself specifically going for that arc, so yeah, I don't really care about that arc too much. In this part 1, I mostly care about the unit itself, and that's mostly it. If I do manage to get the arc, by luck, then that's great, I'm glad to have it, but I wouldn't specifically go for it. So yeah, that's what I think about them so far. Now, next thing I want to do, there's a lot of things I want to do, but let's do things one at a time. So, from presents, I guess I can redeem all this stuff. You get 1 collab ticket, and 100 crystals, and I got my rewards from rankings. I didn't really do time trials that much this time, not gonna lie, I found it incredibly annoying. I didn't check what rank I got, so I think I got rank 11. Pretty sure I got rank 11 or 12, which is alright. I would have liked top 10 for the UR Stardust, but I really didn't want to do any more of the time trials. I just didn't like it. Not gonna lie, I kept retrying, but the AI was so dumb. I just had enough of it at that point and just kept doing arena. Let's just collect the rewards anyways. Seems like I did get rank 10, which was actually good. I was expecting someone to overtake me at the last few hours, because that was when I was sleeping. Actually, I'm okay with that. 3,000 crystals, UR Stardust. I'm happy with that. You know, I'm probably going to check the rankings in a little bit, but first of all, I'm happy with that actually. Maybe I'll check the rankings now, because I want to do that. So it was this event. I think I got decent time, but I could have gotten better if the AI was actually not done. So yeah, here I was kind of expecting one of these guys below me to overtake me in the last few hours, but I guess they didn't. And then there was a hacker at the top. I'm glad he got removed. I was rank 11 with the hacker in there, so yeah, some pretty good times here. Not going to talk too much about that. I personally didn't like the time trial. It was a good test. I enjoyed it at first, but then after a few tries, after like a few hours, I just got really annoyed because I couldn't improve the time whatsoever because the AI refused to allow me to do better. So we got a few things first. We got to go over the paid equipment, which we will do very soon. I am hoping that there isn't a cloth. I'm hoping that he has a paid sword and a paid accessory. If he has a paid cloth or some sort of armor or something, I'm going to be very disappointed. But let's go over the training space for the event first. So we've got some new equipment here. Looks like they're doing a thing where you've got to get it to plus 40, which I guess gonna be a lot of grinding. A lot of stuff here. Magic ore, some tickets. Definitely get the tickets. My plan is I'm gonna be doing a few summons and tickets. If we don't get the unit, then after that I will go into the event, start farming a bunch of tickets, because it's better to get the tickets sooner rather than later, because they have a rate up. You could get lucky, you know, save some crystals and could happen. Yeah, we'll be using tickets and a few crystals first. Doesn't seem to be much else here. There is a lot of materials and stuff, I guess that's good. They said there's going to be 40 tickets total, and there was a Twitter campaign or Facebook campaign that got 500 retweets, I think, which means we're getting more tickets and more crystals once they send out those rewards, so that's good. So, let's have a look at, what should we look at first? There's quite a few things first. So I think that this one is for the paid equipment, I think. And Redux, yeah, I gotta do the Redux. So here's the Redux, here's all the stuff I don't have. I have all of these 3 I don't have, so I really want this arc here. I want this one. I might try and get this one too, maybe Milim. Depends how lucky I get, but I at least want to get this arc. And you can get this ticket from the Step Up gacha, which we'll look at later on. And Redux, don't really care about this too much. Really don't care about that. And Redux, This is the original unit's paid equipment, so this is not for the new Rimuru Shift Rimuru. This is for the original Rimuru Tempest. Now, here's the thing that was very strange. Rimuru Tempest is a magic DPS unit using a sword. Take that in for a second. He's a magic unit using a sword. This is a sword. Skill use stocks up magic and boosts next attack magic. So this is increasing magic damage when it's a sword. I don't like that. I really don't. I don't really care about any of this because maybe ultra low chance for 11 times physical damage. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, don't really care about any of that at all. And now let's go over the reason why we are here in a second. Yeah, all of this normal stuff. Paid equipment. Looks like there is a cloth. Sad. An accessory. Also sad. Why isn't there a paid sword? Why? Why isn't there a paid sword? Why is there an accessory and a cloth? That's very bad. Anyways, since he's a DPS unit, you're going to be using dual wield, so the cloth, I'm just going to go over that first. I don't care about the cloth at all. Whatever it is. Stats, whatever, defense, mine's good. Physical damage cap, 3000, yeah, but you're losing out on dual wield, so HP 10%, continuous HP, MP regeneration. Yes, it's a good trait, but you're losing out on dual wield, so don't use it. So the accessory is what I'm very interested in. I'm hoping it increases damage cap, or does something good. I'm hoping it increases damage cap by at least 1000 or something. Let's have a look at it first. So trait, 80 strength, 47 defense. Alright, for an accessory. What's the trait? So non-attribute attack damage cap plus 1000. There you go, I'm already happy with it. Damage 10%, continuous brave. Perfect. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. Very good. Okay. Attribute resistance 5 to dark, 5 to ice, 5 to earth, 5 to thunder. Okay. Element resistance to stun, which makes his stun nil. Yeah, okay, this accessory is very good. Very good accessory. I can say this already, don't get the cloth, it's terrible, you don't need it. It's good cloth, but you need dual wield, use dual wield. And this accessory, very good. More, 1000 more damage cap to non-attribute for an accessory. Remember that. And 10% more damage for everything. 10% damage to everything. And a continuous brave effect. He has a continuous aura effect on the unit already. And now this accessory is giving him continuous brave. And more damage and damage cap. And all this attribute resistance and resistance to stun. Can't go wrong. Really can't go wrong with this accessory at all. I would highly recommend getting this accessory. If you're free to play again, don't matter too much if you don't get it, because the unit's going to be outdated in the future anyways. But if you want this unit to be at its highest potential, I would highly recommend to get this accessory, because it's a pretty nice accessory. Not gonna lie, I'm definitely going to get this accessory. I like this a lot. And there's also prisms here too, so remember that. Cloth, don't get it. Don't get it at all. If you're pay to win, I would recommend accessory first, then prisms. Don't get cloth. That's it. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to go over, that I can think of. All of the event training space and everything, all of the gacha stuff. What should we do next? Well, there's still quite a few things I want to do. I actually didn't do my mission rewards yet. I should really do that. So what I want to do now is it's gacha time. Summon time. I'm going to keep that here for now. It's summon time. And after we've done a few summons, I will be going into the event to get a bunch of gacha tickets, if we get unlucky. So what my plan is, first of all, daily gacha, get that out of the way first. Skipping these, because we're not going to get anything from daily gachas. One thing to let you know, I still don't have Shift Merity, so she could pop up anytime, we don't know. So far we've only got one ticket. One thing I haven't looked at is the event itself and mission rewards. We will do that in a little bit. I guess I'll do that. Why not? So what I will be doing first is the Redux Step Up banner because I want that one arc. I'm hoping to get both arcs and Milim if possible, but I don't expect to be that lucky. Never expect to be lucky. So I do have a few crystals saved up. We got one ticket which I might as well use. I will be going for the rest of the tickets in the event. If we get unlucky, I will. My plan is to use a few crystals, not all my crystals first of all. Because what could happen is you could end up using a bunch of crystals, then get the units, right? But then you could also use tickets from the event and get the unit there, so highly recommend not to use any crystals until you've gotten all the tickets from the event first. Remember that. Now there is a friend gacha campaign. I've been waiting for this for ages. I've got so much friend points. I won't be doing that right now, but yeah. So, we've got this step gacha for part 1. I will be doing that, but not yet. First thing I will be doing is this. This is the same thing as what we had in the Trials of Mana collab Redux. 9,000 paid crystals for guaranteed select tickets that you can use in trading space. I'll be doing this right now. What I'm looking for is anything really apart from Rimuru Tempest, because I have none of it apart from Rimuru. I'm missing everything apart from Rimuru. Rimuru is the only thing I got from this, so I would like this arc. I haven't really looked at these. Main reason why I want this is for the Ultra Fire Hell Spirit Victory magic. That's why I want it. And I can guarantee myself it if I use 9,000 paid crystals, so I'll be doing that right now. And then after that, I guess we'll do the... First, we'll do some of the step up, and then some free crystals and see how it goes. Let's hope we get lucky with this. So, starting off with a Thuria, showing up as a gold, has some potential, but I don't know. I should have looked at what the probabilities were for this. I'm hoping for anything new. I take anything new, okay? Hoping for something. Why is there 2 animations in a Thuria, and there aren't any reds at all? Kinda disappointing, really. But I guess we don't have to worry because we're gonna get one thing that we want guaranteed anyway, but I don't know how good the other arc is, and Milim would be nice to have, but at the same time, I won't be pitying her. So Storm Dragon Veldora, I don't know if I want this. I haven't really looked at it too much. If it's good enough, I might get it anyways. It's got Life Brave, Name Giving, Tempest Dragon's Blessing. Okay. Might be worth getting. Maybe. Don't know. I will at least get this, I'll be getting that, but... Come on, I need some luck here, I need some reds. At least a few red orbs to show up, because... And hopefully for no dupes either. Dupes are my arch nemesis. They are I hate dupes. Unless there's something that I... like. It's a blue... It's 2 people showing up and it's a blue... Well, from what happened in the last 10 pull, I'm not going to get any hopes up for this one. It's probably going to be a gold again, which is sad, but... Come on. No. There's a red. At least there's a red. Something new, please. There's 2. No. Oh, come on. Come off it. You really gonna give me the one thing that I didn't want out of all of these. I mean, it's a rate up unit, but I'm complaining because it's the one thing I didn't want. That's really useless. That's incredibly useless. That's dumb. That's very dumb. So it's 0.8% chance to both units and arcs. That's expected. This is the last one that I'll be doing for this one. I might come back to it later on and get the second arc if I feel like it. It depends what I like is like later on. I was hoping to at least get one new thing from these summons before getting the arc from the ticket. Actually, I have a better idea. Come on, please get something good this time, please. Something new. Hoping for one thing new. I have an idea, and that is saving the guaranteed ticket thing, just in case we get the arc, you know, so then we can save it for a non-dupe. Come on, please something good from this. Nope, never mind, that's a skip. Another skip. At least we got the ticket, but I most likely am gonna use a few crystals, a few free crystals from this. I might do that. I have a lot of free crystals right now. I will be doing some more summons for this on this banner, but let me just have a look first of all. That was very, very incredibly disappointing, not gonna lie, but I guess you can't do much about that, can I? So, you got the Redux, it's the Redux one, 31 pulls, you can pity it, yeah, don't do that, there isn't really anything here, Rimuru is the only unit I've got, so I can get any of these from this ticket. I will be doing that, but not yet, because we might be able to get something later on. Now, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go on to part 1 gacha now. And then after that, I will be going and using some free crystals, most likely. And then after that, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be skipping the first few because there's only a few summons, so chances of getting red from this, very unlikely. I think I'm going to do what I usually do paid summons until I get enough credentials for the paid accessory. Because I want the paid accessory. Paid accessories are incredibly good. 3 summons here. Gonna skip this one too. Well, actually, I'm gonna at least have a look. If it looks not promising, I'll skip. I mean, yeah, it's a skip. There's not gonna be anything, I can tell. I've been doing daily pulls for Shift Merity, and I've had it many times where it's been a Thuria show up, and it's been a blue, and only Thuria show up, and it was nothing, so yeah. Can't trick me. Skip. Yep. So I think that's like 11 credentials right there. Gonna need like 14 more. What should I do now? Well, oh yeah, I want to check the event mission rewards. So what is there in here? There's probably going to be some tickets in here. There's one there. All of these tickets have rate up, so remember that. Another one there. That's a 10 pull ticket. Okay, that's good, that's good. Very good. So, I see now. Yeah. What I am most likely going to be doing is I'm only going to do a little bit more summons, and then after that I'll be going into the event and getting that 24,000 points if possible as soon as I can. And then after that I will be using those tickets, because since the tickets have rate up, it's the same as using crystals, so yeah. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this step up, this one. Hopefully we get something from this, but I'm not expecting anything at all from this at all, so... Yeah, it's also looking bad. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, I think I'm definitely going to be doing a few more summons for the Redux banner. Because I was hoping to at least get one new thing. I was really hoping to at least get one new thing from this banner. I was hoping to get one new thing that wasn't Rimuru. And then I could get one of these other, depending on what I get, I could get another thing. So, I got a few free crystals. We will be going into the event very soon. I guess I will do one more 10 pull for the part 1 gacha after this, and then after that I will go into the event. So, yeah, let's hope we get something from this, but if not, then I guess I don't know what to say. There's a gold, at least it's a gold showing up. Whenever a blue shows up, you usually get less luck when it's a blue, so... But this could also be very unlucky, so I don't know. Because come on, I haven't gotten that many reds so far, it's been really disappointing, not gonna lie. Incredibly. But maybe you can change everything, come on. There's a red, please something new, please. Something new, at least one new thing. Now there's only one red thing, and it's an ARP, which isn't even... I'm gonna do one more. It isn't even a collab arc. If this is a blue, I'm skipping. Yep, that's a skip for me. There's no reds on here because I could tell. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere from this. I'm really not. I'm not gonna go back. This idea is a terrible idea. Don't do this idea. But good news is, there's good news. I have a lot of free crystals left. I have a lot of free crystals right now. The plan, I'm gonna be doing this temple right here, and then I'll be going right into the event straight away. Okay? That's only if we don't get the unit right here. If we don't get the unit in this temple, I'm going into the event, and then we're gonna have fun with that event, and then we're gonna come back to these summons a little bit later. That's the plan. But it really depends on how many points and how fast we get points in the event. So gold, this one looks a bit more promising, not gonna lie. One animation, two animations. It's a red. Anything new? It's only one red, oh come on. Go on. Yeah, I will be going all out for Rimuru, but not yet, because I'm gonna be smart. And I wanted Rimuru, so I'll get him. That's just how it is. That's really how it is. I need to keep an eye on how much paid crystals I got, so... And how much summons we've been doing as well, and collab challenges as well, all the trading space stuff. So the one thing I can do right now is get his accessory, right? I'm gonna do that, because I like his accessory a lot, it's very good. There you go. And then, what am I gonna do next? I don't know. I mean... I will be going into the event soon. We've done 51 of those, that's very sad. See, what I'm hoping is that I can get Shift Rimuru very soon, and then I can use a few more paid crystals to get something from Redux banner, maybe, I don't know. So let's start doing the event now. There's some stuff here. There's a part 2 ticket, okay. There's a part 1 ticket right here, which we want to do that. Let's go into the event now. I'm going to try and get all those points as soon as I can, really fast. You know what would have been nice, actually? What would make it... Oh, that looks creepy. I don't like that at all. That's very terrifying. What I wanted to do... I had an idea. And that was... If I manage to get Milim in this banner, she's gonna allow me to get more event points, right? So... it would make the whole process faster. Trust me, after this one, I'm gonna leave. I'll have a break after this one. Blue, oh god. At least it's 3 people, but blue is not. I'm not gonna look at this one. This one's gonna be bad. Incredibly bad. Something new, please. Please. Huh? Nope, nothing at all. I haven't had the, you know, the extra animation you get at the end. Haven't had that in a long while. Not gonna lie. Haven't seen that animation of the arc or unit animation in a very long time. I'm gonna do one more. Gonna leave us at a perfect 150k. Then I'm gonna move on to the event after that, because at this point, kind of getting a bit ridiculous with the amount of not reds we've been getting, and the amount of dupes. Come on, red. If it's a red dupe, still gonna be disappointed. Something new, please. I swear. If the next red I get is gonna be another Rimuru dupe, I am going to do something that I don't know what I will do. It said it's gonna strike. Are you gonna lie to me? Nope, that's a red. Second animation is a unit. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. Don't give me Rimuru. I swear you better not do that. Give me more than one. It's something new. You did it. You did the thing that I said okay, I'm going to the event now. I'm not stopping that gacha. I'm not going down that gacha hole anymore. That gacha can go. I'm leaving it. I'm not coming back until later on. That's not Shift Rimuru. There's different Rimurus. High difficulty challenge. Okay, we'll come back to that later. I will be doing this event now. There you go, we can try them out. So let's do the event. So, here's what I was thinking. I was going to use Rimuru and Milim or something for more event points, right? Because those collab units are the only units that give extra points. So, kinda screwed with event points right now. I was hoping we'd get something new. I was hoping that unit would be Milim. I was really hoping. What should we use? Roy, clear it, fast, do it. I'm tired of stuff. And I guess, sure, why not use Sarah for reasons. And then we'll use this for now, because, yeah, we'll go. We're going to be doing all of this event right now. This is what's going to make the stream a lot longer. I don't think there's any story. I'm pretty sure there's no story. Just event, which is fine, I guess. Because usually the stories are very short, so... yeah. We'll come back to Gacha in a minute. But not yet, once we got those tickets. I guess I can use this time to try out Rimuru. Shift Rimuru. We can use his skill. Oh, that's a good thing to note. He can hold more than one skill. 3. Let's go. That's exactly, you can tell. Use it. Oh, I like that already. That's so good. Okay. Okay. Change the plan. I'm gonna be using Honey Elixir on Shift's Rimuru to try him out in this event. $300 points, and we need 24,000. Yeah, it might be a while, but there are harder stages which we can get more points from. Maybe some tickets too. We'll see. I still want to do more Redux, but I'm not going to do that yet. I might. So, Demon Lord Rimuru. I'm going to be doing. Who has Honey Elixir equipped right now? Jen is great. I'm going to be using Honey Elixir on Rimuru to try him out, to see what his skill stocks are like, and try out skills in this event. I should be doing this in the Steam version, I know, for less lag, but I'm going to do that when we get to the showcase later on. So let's Honey Elixir you. What's your skill stock like? 422. Not the best, but not terrible either. 4 skill 1, 2 skill 2, 2 skill 3. I guess I can't complain. Try skill 1. I like his skill 1 a lot. You can see that. Pretty good. Wait, did that just kill them all? That was Roy. That's what I thought. Because the skill 1 is like a line, it's not a wide area, so let's use a skill 3 next. Should kill them all, right. It doesn't hit the ones at the bottom right. You got to kind of aim in the right place, which makes sense, but I still think it's gonna be good. Not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be great. I'll have to try it. This one gives 300 still. At least we're getting crystals from us too, and some event stuff, so that's a good thing. I should be using Beast Hunter, I should do that. I know. So, what stages are there? So I think the hard stage is going to give us more points. This thing... Multi. Okay. What are the repel rewards like? Bunch of event materials. Okay, I see. That makes sense. There's no tickets in here then, like there has been in the past with some events. No tickets. Sad. Very sad. I guess that was only with the anniversary events that had stuff like this. Okay, we'll have to... There's a high difficulty challenge, but don't think that will really give many points. Let's just continue with these event stages. Let's go. I don't need Jen right now. I'll go back to Sarah because it makes it a lot easier. I just clear it easy. I wanted to see what SRimuru normal attack was as well. The proper showcase will be a bit later on. But at least we get to use him somewhat. Oh god, this thing. Kill it. Yeah, that's dead. It's very creepy. Well, I guess that means all the normal stages are done for this part 1 anyway. That's not many stages. Part 2 should be next week. On the Monday. I'm expecting it to be. There's a sticker. Okay, so there's still another normal stage. Okay. Hard stages, gotta beat rulers of demons. Yeah, that's just all those. Training space, we got 900 points so far, we need so much more points, but Trust me, it'll get a lot faster once we get into the hard stages, and I have 343 orb recoveries, so I think we're fine. I think we're completely fine with getting the points that we need right now. And trust me, it's worth it, because there's a very slim chance that the tickets could give me SRimuru. It's worth trying. Every free-to-play player, every player should do it. I wanted to try out his normal attacks, yeah, and his skill 2 as well, and all of his skills and everything. What's this range of skill 2? Not terrible. You've got to be close enough for skill 2, but needs some range. Oh. I'm very interested to know what SRimuru's stats can be like with his charisma on, and with a bunch of stat ups. There you go, 750 points, that's a lot faster, that's a lot better. Also some souls for him too, which I guess is good, because we're going to need that. And one thing to note is SRimuru doesn't have dual wield, so you're going to want to learn that on him, on Sandworm. Maybe that was the last stage? Yes, it was. Now let's go into the hard stages, which are going to be a lot faster now. For points. Yeah, this guy's using Milim. I still don't have Milim, which is sad. I would have liked to have Milim, just for the collection, and to try her out a little bit, but I don't need her that badly. I know her buffs are pretty decent. They're pretty decent, but not the best thing in the world. One thing I'm thinking though is, since we did manage to get at least 2 rate up units from that Redux banner, even though they were both stupid Rimuru, I guess we got decently lucky with the rate ups that we got in the amount of summons that we did. Getting 2 rate up units isn't terrible. So that's the good thing, is it means our luck isn't that bad, but it's still I know it's bad, but it's decent, I guess, because at least we got rate up stuff twice. But I'm just talking crap at this point. I'm just trying to make myself feel better about the situation, which is bad. Okay, let's keep going. We got a long way to go for the amount of points that we need, so trust me, we'll get there soon. It is definitely worth doing this, so bear with me. That's the main reason why this stream is going to be a bit longer than usual, which is a good thing, so you get to stick around for even longer. I should start doing that. Beast Hunter. The good thing is the last stage. This could be a good test of what stage is the best stage to get points and stuff from. I'm gonna assume the last hard stage. And the last hard stage is only 1 wave, so you can clear it really fast as well. It's only 1 boss stage, so yeah. Yeah, this event looks pretty good so far, even though I haven't done it that much yet. I'm just speedrunning it through right now. I do like events a lot. 600 points. I need more. More points. Give me those points. Okay, how much points do we have so far? We need 24,000. We're at 2,800. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to start using these. Sad. Let me check something. Are there any... Oh yeah, I can collect these and get these. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. One ticket. Okay, yeah. Make sure to use those. So I'm really looking forward to using SRimuru in Arena, because I think SRimuru has a potential in Arena to be pretty strong. This one's the boss stage. Should be easy. Roy, clear it. There you go. See how fast it's going to be to clear these stages. I know, right? So fast. I don't even have Trisha on right now. See, I don't watch anime, but I did watch a few videos of Slime. Oh, there's a ticket. I did watch a few videos of Slime on YouTube, and they look pretty good. Not gonna lie. Look pretty cool. And what I saw from that was a few of, like, Rimuru's skills and what he does and stuff like that. And Megiddo, so strong. I don't know if you've seen that part in the anime, it was so good. It was incredibly... It killed like 5,000 people with that one skill. That's why. I'm incredibly glad that they allowed SRimuru to hold 2 of his skill 3. That's gonna be so good, especially in Arena. Looking forward to that once we get to it, But at this point, knowing me, it's not an if, it's a when. So, yeah. For some people it's gonna be an if, for me it's a when, because I can just wail, because I'm like that. If I wanted to, I can just go and wail, get every single thing from this collab, but I try and be smart somewhat, which is not what I'm English right now. So yeah. I try and be smart with what crystals I spend and how much I spend and where, but it's incredibly difficult because sometimes I try to get everything and it's just, you know, it sometimes goes very badly. 900 points from that. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So the next collab rerun I'm hoping for is ReZero or ReZero, because what I think in the order that they'll do collab reruns is ReZero next and then Devil May Cry 5 after that, because it makes sense to release the reruns in order of what collabs were released previously, you know, in terms of dates. So what stage I should do right now, I think, is the stage that we just done. How much points can we get from these? I'll try that out in a minute, but I think this stage right here is probably the stage that we can get most of the points from right now, so let's do that. I'm gonna guess that ReZero is gonna be the next rerun, but I don't know. I just want them to buff Rem, and I want the collab arcs from that. Well, actually, I did get everything apart from one arc. I guess that's a good thing. I think SRimuru will be a very good wave clearer unit. Definitely not as good as Roy, but it's up there. I know everyone wants a Devil May Cry collab rerun, I want that rerun because I missed out on the phone booth arc. I want that. I'm willing to pity that arc right now. But it's not available right now, so I can't. So sad. So it's been an hour and 20 minutes. 900 points per stage in this stage, which is pretty nice. I'm expecting us to go on for like maybe around close to 2 hours-ish, maybe a bit less, I don't know, we'll see. It depends on how everything goes. If it goes terribly, might go on for a long time, but yeah, I haven't tried the multi-stage or anything yet. Oh, why the hell did you use your magic, you idiot? I will be trying. I do most of the event in my own time on my phone because I don't think people want to see it, but this is an exception. A big exception. One thing I'm noticing so far is I'm very sad that there isn't any collab music. I really enjoy the music, especially in the Nier collab. That music's so good. The soundtrack of Nier is just one of the best. Change my mind. You won't do it. You can't. How much points are we at right now? I'm going to be trying a few different stages. So we are at around 6,000. We're getting somewhere. Let's try the Slay, whatever. How do I pronounce it? Chari Dis. I don't watch anime. I don't know. I wish I did. I've watched a little bit. So I'm hoping this stage can give some good points, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I wonder if the multi-stage gives good points. That's a good question. Very good question. Yeah, also Levi can do a very good job at melting, but there you go. I bet everyone's sad that they don't have Roy right now. Yeah, I know how some people had a hard time understanding how he worked. I understood how he worked when reading the video. Personally, only 150 points. Okay, don't do this for points then. That's sad. So basically how it works is all of his attacks are always going to be non-attribute, right? But his non-attribute attacks do increased damage depending on the enemy weakness. Now that might be a bit confusing, but let me try and make it a bit more simple. His skill 1 increases damage if an enemy is weak to fire. Now usually you'll think, oh, it changes the skill to fire, but it doesn't do that. It still stays as a non-attribute, but it increases the skill damage and damage cap of that skill. So yeah, that's basically as simple I can make it, really. It increases the damage and damage cap if an enemy is weak to an attribute, but it doesn't change the skill element to that attribute, right? It still stays non-attribute, but you can get the damage and damage cap bonus. So it's a unique thing. You're never going to hit your weakness, but you are going to get increased damage and damage cap, which is great. I personally like it. I think it's great. It's very good. I still got to do a bunch of testing and everything, but looking forward to it. Once we do have SRimuru, I will be going on to the Steam version, because the Steam version is a lot smoother. We all know that. And maybe I could start talking about if I should recommend free-to-play players to pull for this unit or not. Well, it all comes down to personal preference really, and your account. and what your counter's like. Because let's say you have units like 2B and Ardeen already, you're not going to need Shift Rimuru if you've already got a solid non-attribute DPS unit. If you're missing out on a strong non-attribute DPS unit, then I would definitely recommend to get Shift Rimuru, because it is a very good idea to have at least one strong non-attribute DPS unit. Now, if you've already got non-attribute DPS units and you still want Shift Rimuru, you can get him try and get him if you want to. It just depends on if you want him that badly, really. Yeah, you can do that. You can debuff the enemy to lower their resistance, which will increase Rimuru's damage cap of a certain element, right? It is a very interesting thing, right? The only problem with it is if an enemy has like a -100 resistance to an element, Rimuru's not going to benefit from that at all. He's still going to get the same damage bonus and damage cap. And that damage bonus is 40%, which is very good. But the good news is, if an enemy has a resistance of like -10, you're going to be getting a 40% damage boost, which is still the same damage boost. But if you were to hit the weakness of -10, you're probably going to be doing less damage than you would be with the plus 40% damage boost. So it's very interesting, and I personally like it. But again, I have to do testing with it, and everyone has to do testing because we don't know how good he is yet. But I can see on paper he's going to be a very good unit, but not comparable to the top DPS units. He's kind of in his own league, you know, not above everyone else, kind of in the middle, but does perform very well in certain situations, like his skill 3, very good range and everything. And one thing I should tell you is, he is like the first long-range non-attribute unit that we've had, pretty much the first long-range non-attribute unit, which is very good actually, because non-attribute units and long-distance units are my favorite. Yeah, if you like the anime, then just get him if you want, because the main thing about this game is just having fun and enjoy using who you want and stuff like that. Even though it's very hard to do that if you get unlucky, like I am right now. But if you don't care about having to wail, then it can be incredibly fun, which is why I do it. Now, the one thing I'm not sure on if I like or not is that the fact that there was only a 1-month gap between the Attack on Titans collab and this collab. The gap in between both collabs was only a month gap, which was hardly anything. So, I mean, it is a good thing. I enjoy collabs a lot, but the only bad thing is it's rinsing your wallet out by a lot if you're like someone that likes to spend a lot. So yeah, but I'm glad that they brought this collab back, because I was hoping that they would do this, because I only had Rimuru and nothing else, which I still only have Rimuru and nothing else, but trust me, that'll change very soon. We just got to get these tickets first, and then we'll go from there. After we've got these tickets, I'm going to be doing as many summons as possible. I'm willing to do it, trust me, I know. I have a lot of free crystals, so I'm going to be using them. A lot of them. I like saving 90,000 for the future, so that's what I'm going to be doing. The lag shouldn't be the stream. the lag is the game itself, because it's an emulator. And I'm not worried about the lag right now because we're not showcasing anything specifically. Once we go to showcasing the units, I will be switching over to the Steam version for a lot smoother. Yeah, I know, right? I got Rimuru when he came out, but he only lasted like 1 week. He was so bad. I mean, he would have been a good unit, but they released Lagrabos right after he was released, like 2 weeks later. And Lagrabos was superior in literally every way because he had Apocalypse. So you had literally no reason to use Rimuru, which was sad because his artwork was so amazing. 9,900 points right now. Oh, this is taking a long time. Okay, let's keep going. I didn't get Milim when she came out, which was sad because I would have liked to have her, because she seemed pretty good at the time. Even though her hit counts are quite low. But her damage cap was pretty decent at the time. I would have liked to have her, but I wasn't lucky enough, and I was free to play, so, yeah. Luck and free to play really don't go well together. They really don't. I was really hoping that I could get some decent luck with this collab. So far, that's not the case. We don't even have one new thing yet. But that will change, trust me. It will. Now one thing I should mention is since Shift Rimuru's attacks are all going to be non-attributes, you can't use arcs like arcs that increase attribute damage cap because they won't do anything. Even though his attacks are going to do increased damage to certain elements, increasing attribute damage won't do anything. It's only going to apply to non-attribute damage and damage caps, so remember that. Only non-attribute that you've got to focus on. Yeah, my luck is alright most of the time. I've had some pretty decent luck in the past, but I've also had some terrible luck in the past as well. And I've had some average luck. We've all been there. We've all had all types of luck. I've only had a few cases where I had to pity the unit in... Well, I've had to pity a lot of units, but having to do 300 summons and having to use 30,000 paid crystals is a different story. Doing 300 summons to pity the units is a lot more painful than having to do 30,000 paid crystals, in my opinion. I've had to pity quite a lot of units, not gonna lie. I remember in the Full Metal Alchemist collab, the you know, the arc with the apple pie on it. I did so many summons just to get that arc, and I don't think they had a pity for that arc, so I was at like 200 summons, and I was hoping to get the arc. I managed to get it in the end, but it was kind of emotionally... It was destroying me emotionally because I was getting all these crystals, using all these crystals to get something that I'm not guaranteed to get. So if I ended up doing like hundreds of summons and still not getting it, it would have been just the worst thing in the world. But that wasn't the case. I'm glad I got it in the end. Because it's one of my most used arc skills. The one that increases physical damage and taking less physical damage. And also the apple pie itself. I use it so much. I mean, my luck on that collab wasn't terrible. It was just that one particular arc itself that I wasn't getting until the end, until I did like over 200 summons. I think it was around 240 summons for that arc. It was a lot, but I'm glad I got it, because if I didn't, I just would have hated everything. So we should be above 10,000 points right now, which means we're getting close, a lot closer than we were. Yeah, about 12,000. 12,600. Gonna need like 10,200 more, well 12,000 more. I think the best luck, I think my most lucky collab was in the Near Automata collab, which was my favourite one, because I managed to get both units and both arcs, which was like the first time for me, so that was good. Because what usually happens is I usually get both units and one arc, or I get, I don't know, one unit and two arcs, or one arc. That's on average. I hardly ever get both arcs in one collab. I only get one. I don't know if you have that too, but I usually only get the part 1 arc and then miss out on part 2, or maybe the opposite way around. I get one of the arcs and not the other one. It just always happens. Always. All the time. I'm just hoping we can get something new later on, at least from the gacha. At least one or two things new, and then the rest I can pity, as long as we can at least get some luck later on. So let's hope for that. Yeah, that's nice. I think I was pretty lucky with the Devil May Cry collab too. The only thing I missed out on was the phone booth arc. That was the only arc I missed out on. I got all 3 units, and I also got all 3... I got all 3 units and 1 arc, but not the second arc. I was quite lucky with Nero. Nero was the last unit I was missing. I got so many dupes of Dante, which I was happy about, because I thought Dante would be very good, but apparently he's not. Because I thought he'd be a lot better than he was, but I didn't use him as much as I thought I would. Yeah, Dante was good, but I didn't use him that much. I thought I would use him more than I did. I have him at like plus 12 SC. I still want phone booth because so many people keep saying about purple orb, and so I'm like, oh, I don't have purple orb. I need purple orb because I want purple orb plus honey elixir strategy. I have honey elixir and apple pie, but not purple orb, so kind of sad. And when I see people using these strategies with purple orb and honey elixir, I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Like in one of the time trials, someone was using honey elixir and purple orb just to clear waves, and I couldn't use the same strategy because I didn't have enough skill stocks. That was incredibly unfortunate for me. So far, the arc for part 1, I'm not that interested in it. I don't really care too much about it. Doesn't look that good. But the arcs in the Redux banner, different story. If you can buy crystals and want one of those Redux arcs, then it's a good opportunity to get them. If you like having a good collection of limited arcs, then it's a good opportunity to get them. They're not the best arcs, but one thing I can say is the Flame arc is you should have that arc if you can, but I would probably recommend to try and go for SRimuru instead. But again, it depends on your account. You need like 9,000 more points for that 10 pull ticket. But yeah, if I have a look at it right now, I have one ticket to guarantee something from the Redux, but I'm not doing that yet because I still plan to do a few more summons. So if I have a look, this arc, I do recommend to get this one if you can, because the Ultra Fire, oh come on, the Ultra Fire Flame whatever spirit blah blah magic spell, that one is incredibly good magic skill, and if you do have Shift Eliza with that spell, incredibly good combination. So that's the main reason why I want that arc, is because that spell itself is incredibly good to have, and since they are limited arcs, this collab could never have a rerun again, we don't know, so I would personally get as many limited arcs as possible. But the part 1 arc, I don't really, I mean, it's good to have, but at the same time, if you don't get it, then it's not a big deal. Let me go back to that arc. The Conqueror of Flames. Ultra Fire Hell Spirit Victory spell is an incredibly good one to have. And they buffed this spell, and now it has a damage cap of plus 2000, which is even better. It makes it even better than it was previously. That's the main reason why this arc is good, because of this spell right here. That's the main reason why it's good. You don't want to miss out on it if possible. So, yeah, that's very good for Shift Eliza if you got her. Yeah, the revive seems good, but I don't think it's needed. The arcade reward's good, that's the main thing. Evolved Blessing, I don't like it that much because it's too expensive. And why use that? Why waste SC on using that when you can just use High Resurrection instead on Sarah or Saintly Thuria? I mean, if you have spare SC, or if you want to try it out, I guess you can put it on. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I guess it's going to be down to testing, and if we can manage to get it later on, probably won't, definitely won't. I know we won't get the arc, because it's not going to happen. Never know. I still wish we had another unit to put into this team to give us more event points, but I guess we've got to worry about that later on. I could do a few more summons, but I really want the tickets first. I could start doing single summons and do that strategy, but I don't know, maybe people find it annoying, I don't know. I never really do that, unless it's a unit that I don't really care about or something. Technically it's beneficial to do that. You save a few crystals by doing that. Because let's say you do a 10 pull, and you get the thing you want in the first pull, you could have saved a bunch of crystals if you just did one single pull instead, you know. In that situation, yes, it would have been a lot better to do single pulls, but, you know. Yeah, single summons. I mean, I don't know about you, but I personally like it when they do summons where you see things one by one and you don't see the whole things. Because when you do a 10 pull and you see that you got nothing from it, you're just instantly destroyed and have no hopes for anything. But if you see them one at a time and don't know what you're getting afterwards, that just builds up the suspense of you could get something you don't know, you know? So, that's just what I think. Some gacha games do it a lot better with that, like you see things one at a time, but there aren't that many gacha games that do it like that. They usually show you with an animation at the beginning if you've got something good, which kind of ruins it, because if you don't get that one thing, you know, oh, I've got nothing, might as well skip. This whole 10 pull is now useless because I know already. I guess that's a good thing about single summons, is you can do them one at a time and kind of space them out, and it feels better, you know. So it says we got 23 viewers right now, which is pretty nice. Thanks everyone for being here. We are still going to be going on for a bit longer. There's still quite a bit of things I want to do. I want to get all the points that we need for the temple ticket and then more summons. We haven't even gone to showcase the unit properly in story stages yet, so we still got to do that. So there's still quite a few things that I plan to do in the stream, so be sure to look out for that. I will be doing my showcase of SRimuru later on, hopefully, because that's going to be my true test of if he's going to be, of how decent or how good he is going to be. But I do have to learn dual wield. I kind of want to do that, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm really hoping they can redo some systems in this game, like you know, the pity system is very bad in this game. I'm really hoping they can lower the pity to like 200, because 300 is way too much. And free-to-play players are, if a free-to-play player gets incredibly bad luck, they just get screwed over entirely, because they could just not be able to do a bunch of content just because they're not getting that luck that they need, or they can't build up enough crystals for that 300 pull pity. Most people won't be able to get those 300 summons. It's way too much. Pretty much only pay to win players can do that, or unless you skip units for ages, like I'm talking like a year or so, and then you have enough. But then that only guarantees you one unit, and by that time that you have enough for 300 pulls, you just get bored, you know, incredibly bored. Which, not gonna lie, I do that. When I miss out on a unit or something, I just feel like there's not much going on. I just play a different game because I'm bored. I don't have any units I want to build right now because I didn't get a new unit, you know? Because what I enjoy most about this game is using the newest units, because using unique units, I just think they're very fun to try out new things with skills and stuff, which is what I enjoy the most. But at the same time, I like building up a collection of arcs, because arcs, they can be useful in the future, we just don't know. You could see a skill, like I did with the phone booth arc. I thought that Purple Orb wasn't going to be that good because it was too expensive for its skill cost, and now look how good it is. Stuff like that. You could have a look at a Collab skill and think, oh, it's not that useful, and then realize like a few months later that everyone's using it. You know, things like that happens. So that's why I try and get all these limited arcs just in case. We should be getting pretty close to the amount of points we need now. 24,000. I think we're getting close to around 20,000. We should be. Because I think that most people, when they go for limited collab arcs, the main thing that they're going for is the learnable skills themselves and not anything else. Like maybe you might be going for the trait. That's very rare that happens. Like in the Attack on Titans collab part 1, the trait on that arc, so good. I like it a lot. It's incredibly good. Like, for example, the Honey Elixir arc. That one is so valuable because it's got Honey Elixir on it. That's like the main reason. Let's check how many points we got right now. We are getting unit souls for this. We've got 370 so far. That's great. That's so good. So how much points do we have? We should be getting a lot closer now. And then we can start saying bye to crystals. Sad. 19,000. Okay, so we just need like 4,000 more. Getting close. Some more recoveries, yeah. Temple ticket right here. That's the main reason why I'm doing this. Because there's a chance that we could get something from this temple ticket. It probably won't happen. I know it's not gonna happen. Just make sure to get all the tickets, because this time tickets have rate up. It rarely happens. It's only happened like one at a time, apparently. In the original Slime collab that it first came out, apparently they had rate up tickets too, but I don't remember if they did or not. I really don't know. So technically, a 10-pull ticket is exactly the same as if you were to spend 3,000 crystals on the banner, because they both have the same chance. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it definitely seems like we're going to be here for more than 2 hours, which is completely fine, because I've got plenty of time. I don't have any plans today. I mean, I do got to have lunch at some point, but it's not that late. Where I am right now, it's 12 PM. So lunchtime-ish, but doesn't take long. This is more important, it really is. There's 900 more points. We're at 20,000 now. So I need to do this like about 4 more times, and then we should be right there on a ticket. All of this just for that 10-pull ticket, which is going to give us nothing. I know, right? But it's still worth it. It's worth trying. Might as well try, because if you don't try, you're not going to achieve anything. I'm still incredibly sad that we got 2 dupes of Rimuru and not 1 million. That was so sad. It was like the worst thing that could have happened right there. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have gotten no rares at all, but yeah, it's a Monday. I keep forgetting it's a Monday because usually these things are on Thursdays. But the good thing is, I don't have any lessons on Mondays. I go to uni every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, which is kind of perfect really, because that means I have Thursday off for the updates every Thursday, which is perfect, and Monday off, which is actually a blessing. You have another day. It's not really a day off because I still have to do a bunch of work at home, so yeah, there's that. But it's good that I can spend this time to actually do this stream, because if I had lessons I might not be able to do the stream, so that's a good thing. Only a few more and then we'll be there. I don't know how much materials we've been getting for this, or if any, because I haven't been paying attention to that at all. And I don't even know what materials are for, probably just trading space stuff. I did check that earlier. There was some decent stuff in there, there was more tickets in there. There was 2 more tickets in the trading space. Got to get those 2. I think what I'm going to do with the tickets, just to make it more, build up more suspense, is do them one by one. Because I kind of enjoy doing that with tickets, specifically collab tickets and stuff. Tickets with rate up, that's what I enjoy most. Let me just check points. I still don't have Shift Merity, it's sad, but she's not needed, but I would like to have her. If we can get her while doing these summons, that might be good, but at the same time, I don't know. We're at 22,500. So if I do it 2 more times, we should be good, I think. I know math. Sometimes. And then after we've done this, we can go into Hell of Summons. And then after that, we can go and showcase the unit and try them out, because I'm really looking forward to that. maybe we'll be able to learn him a few skills. Usually, I always do it with their base skills just to test them out and see what they're like. I remember Levi with his base skills was incredibly strong, but that was because he had Human Slayer. I do kind of want to learn at least dual wield on SRimuru if I can. Actually, since he's a shift, I could have been doing that this whole time. Someone could have told me. I could have told myself that. He's a shift, so they both share skills. So I could be learning skills on Rimuru, and Shift Rimuru could be learning them at the same time as... Well, I don't think I have dual wields learned already, do I? Yes. That's good then. We're fine. That's good. So this is the last stage that I'll be doing. And then after this we have a bunch of tickets to use. We'll see how the tickets go. And then it's going to be down to crystals and how much I want this stuff, which I do want it quite badly, so... It might go very badly, but... I don't know, I'm hoping we can at least get some luck this time. Hopefully don't have to pity the unit, because that would be unfortunate, but... I want to have at least a few crystals left for Shift's Millen, just in case she's going to be one that I want as well, because we don't know yet. So there you go, we should have enough points now. We should have a lot of souls as well, which is great. Yeah, we're at 24,000 right now. 24,300, that should be enough. For this temple ticket right here. There you go. And a prism. We can get 3 prisms from this event, so be sure to do that. And now it's just the time. It's the time that I'm not looking forward to it. Well, I am looking forward to it, but at the same time, I don't want to get screwed over by bad luck, so... Let's hope this goes better than it did than earlier, because we haven't gotten anything new at all yet, which is sad. So, let's start off with tickets. I don't expect to get anything from tickets at all. We're going to do the single ones first. We got 3, but if we go to trading space we can get 2 more. I think we should be able to, because in the event trading space we need 40 of those. How do we get those? I don't know how to get those. Maybe from a different stage. I know we get them in the... I've been doing a bunch of stages there. We should have had a lot of those, right? Hang on. Yeah, I did this stage a lot. I think we get that stage from here. Yes. These stuff. I need those. I guess I can do those right now. We should be able to solo this easily enough. But just in case. I have a lot of tickets, battle tickets, oh god, I gotta use all those later on. Hopefully I don't lose because I don't have a prepared team for this, I just got a basic farming team for the stage, so... I do want to get those 2 tickets because even 1 ticket you could get lucky enough and get something, so... Okay, he's got a lot of health, I'm kind of concerned about this. But I'm gonna be sure that we don't lose and do this. There you go. Now we should be able to clear him really fast, hopefully. Epic rock music. I think we did do Beast Hunter right. Yeah, we did already. Kill it. I don't have Trishula on, so that's a kind of a problem. Maybe the friend I have, yeah, he does. Seems like it. There you go. Look how easy that is. He just spams skill 3 for days and he's dead. So some crystals, some of these, yeah, I need these, I need a lot of those, so there you go, we should have enough now then, that should be fine. But let's go back to the training space. This time we should have enough for those 2 tickets, which means we got in total 15 pulls for free so far, which is great. And they've all got rate up, so that's a first. There you go. Got 1. They're 40 each. Well, that saves time. I don't know what I just did. Magic ore, what's that? That's used for the equipment enhancing, right? Yeah, I see now. That's what that is. I'm just gonna get 1 more. I'm gonna go back into the stage 1 more time, then we can get the last ticket, and then we'll be out of here. Trust me, I know. I know it's been a while, but it's worth it. Let's continue with the Roy gang going. And this should be easy enough again. Actually, I'm not doing the right stage, I'm an idiot. I'm just going to continue doing this one 1 more time. This should be enough. And then comes the dreadful tickets summons, and then normal summons. I feel like I've already used a lot of crystals already. We haven't gotten anything. It's sad. Okay, I'm not going to use any special abilities this time because I feel like it's a waste of time. Only that one. That's an art skill. And then just spam this. Then, surprise, surprise, he ran out of MP. Good thing I got another one. There you go. Now we have enough. Yep. There you go. 15 tickets. What do you think I'll get? I think I'll get like 1 red. And that's going to be a dupe of an arc that I've already got. And that's it. There's the final tickets from Training Space. There are prisms in there which I'll get later. Okay, let's hope for some better luck this time. We're going to be doing these one at a time. And trust me, it's worth the times. I will skip it if it looks bad. I personally enjoy doing these a lot more than 10 pulls, not gonna lie. So it's a blue, only Zekers, 2 people. I'll give you a chance, but I think it's gonna be. This one's a gold. I like guessing what it's gonna be. This one's a gold. Yep, it's gold. Deep. This one is gonna be you showing up, and it is a blue, so it's gonna stay blue. Most likely, I'm gonna skip the blue. I told you. See, look how good I am at guessing these. This one's a skip because it's a blue. Yep, we already know that. Come on, I need some reds that are not dupes for once. I'm tired of these dupes. Seriously. The rear. It's gold. It's 3 people. Okay, well. Okay. 3 animations, and it's a red, which is good, but it's not nothing new, unless it is. Nope. He's at plus 20. Well, that was the one red that we got. I guess we're not getting another red. This one's probably a skip from me. Yeah, this is a good time to re-roll if you're just starting out with a new account. Perfect time. Okay, now we got the 10 pull tickets. Now, I don't think I'm going to get anything from this 10 pull ticket. We did a lot of effort just to get this ticket. But the good news is we at least got one red so far, so I guess that's a good thing. But just to double check, the probabilities on these, 0.8, 0.8 for both the unit and the arc. There you go. I'm hoping for something. I'm hoping for Shift Rimuru from this, but I'm not expecting it. The rear, a blue, 3 people, 2 multis is pretty lucky. I've done more than that. I've done more than that already. Come on. I think if this doesn't give me enough animations, it's not going to be a red. I think this is the one that I'm not going to be looking at. This one, you can be the judge of this. Here you go. What do I think? Nothing. Completely nothing. Why do I keep getting dupes of arcs? Well, my prediction was wrong. We got 2 reds, so I guess that's a good thing, right? But at the same time, there's still nothing new, so I guess we gotta start chipping away at the crystals. I wish that meant that we got more crystals, but what's our plan? Well, if I go and check how many paid crystals I got right now, it's... Yeah, so, here's the thing, I've got a few free crystals saved, and from packs and stuff, so... I'm gonna be doing some free temple tick summons first of all. I'm gonna do a few temples with free crystals, and then after that I'm gonna feel like I hate everything and go back straight to this and expect to pity the unit, so let's hope we get more lucky starting from now, because this is the point where I start needing this luck, because this is where it's just, this is bad. Come on, the only thing I want from this is the shit Rimuru. You don't need to give me the arc. I mean, as a blue, it's only 2 girls, but I don't, this one's gonna be a gold. I can already feel it in my something, I don't know. 2 animations, 3 animations, maybe, maybe not. Maybe. More than 1 red, something new. No, it's only 1. It's something, it's the arc. Okay, I'm actually happy about that. Even though it isn't the units, I'm happy we at least got something new from that, because that means arcs are great. Arcs are great. That's pretty good. I like that. But I'm still looking for the units, so we're still going to be going on, but let me just check. If I have a look at what arcs I need to level up right now. Level up. Level. So I have these arcs that I have to level up. The only problem is that all 4 of them require blue souls, which I'm running low on. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. This arc isn't the best arc in the world, but I'm glad it's here. The Archive reward is actually something that I am going to be going for, because the Archive reward seems like it could be somewhat useful. And the skills, I might be testing some of this out, I don't know. And the traits can be a good trait to test. Now, since we got at least one thing new from that, I'm feeling a lot better about that, so I'm gonna do one on the Redux banner. Because I'm still missing out on both arcs. What I want to do is get one new thing that I don't have from being lucky from this gacha, and then one that I can pity from the ticket that I've already got that I can use in trading space. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there's the gold. Tharia showed up. Everyone's here. I'm feeling something from this, but at the same time, I am not going to get any hopes up, so let's hope there's something new. Please. Enough animations might give me the luck. That's only one, but at least it's a red, so... Something new? There's a lot of reds, come on, you have to give me something new. Yes! Oh my god. Something new. Finally. That is the most amount of reds. Milim, I'm happy about that. Another thing new. No. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that amount of reds. 1, 2, 3, 4 reds. Yeah, not gonna lie, that's kinda hype. I know, right? I mean, I'm happy about Milim, not gonna lie. But at the same time, why the hell did I get another one to use? That's pretty good. I didn't have Milim previously, but I'm missing on both arcs. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm still missing both arcs. So I may want to come back to this banner because I have enough to get this one, but do I still want this one? That is the question. Is this one worth getting? Is this one worth going for specifically, or not? I'm not sure, but I might. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. The trait I don't really care too much. It's mostly the skills with Tempest Dragon's Blessing might be useful. That's why I'm thinking I might want this skill. Because it's a unique skill, might not come back in the future. So, I don't know, we'll see. For now, I guess I can... Oh, damn. If I did those summons first before doing the event, we could have got more event points. I guess that's how it is. Let's just put her in the team for now. Nice stuff. She did get a pretty decent buff, so I am looking forward to trying her out in... Don't demonetize me, please. I'm looking forward to trying her out with her new buffs, but that's going to take some building, and I still want this Rimuru. So, let's check how many summons we've done so far. We're looking at trading space, and then we'll have to continue for Shift Rimuru, and most likely the arcs if we want those. But it looks like our luck is starting to turn around a little bit at least. Yeah, I know. I try and make a strategy of these, but sometimes it doesn't work because I end up just spending way too much anyways. We've done 81 of these Redux, which is quite a lot. I think my plan might be, if we can get Rimuru before having to pity him with paid crystals, then I might do another lap of this. So then we can get both arcs, and then we'll have everything from this banner. I think I might do that. But for now, how many free crystals do we have left? Yeah, that's a good idea, waiting for another day. If you feel like you don't have any energy to have any luck, then you can just wait. Keep in mind that there is a part 2. So, part 2 might have better stuff, but just always be careful of where you use crystals, because it's always, you know, painful when you use them, but I'm glad we got some stuff right now. So let's hope we can get Rimuru now. That's the one thing I'm looking for, this banner. Please don't give me a dupe of the LR arc instead of Rimuru, because I would like Rimuru at this point. Tharia. The gold. It's only Tharia though. Maybe she can give the luck. Maybe she has enough power to give the luck by herself. Shift Rimuru is very good. As long as you got him, it doesn't matter how many you spent. Trust me. As long as you got the unit, you should enjoy the unit. That's what I think, anyway. So this, I don't know if we're gonna get a red from this one. I'm really hoping, but I don't expect to, because you remember that last temple we got so many reds, so we'll see what happens. 2 animations. 3 animations. It's red. What is it gonna be? Probably an arc dupe. It's only one. It's only one. Yeah, that was Phantom. At least it was a unit. He's plus 20 now. It was a unit, but not what I'm looking for at all. What should I do now? What's the strategy of these? Because I should, if I feel like my free crystals are being unlucky, I could just do this step. You know, I might do a few of these just because I don't want to waste all my free crystals. I could always just get more paid crystals. But when you get paid crystals, you get free crystals with it. Come on, let's go. Shift Rimuru is what we're looking for right now. Zekus is a gold, but it's only Zekus, so he needs the power to give enough animations to turn it into a red, otherwise it's gonna stay gold. That's what I think. I don't feel the power for this one, I really don't. I think this one's gonna be a unlucky pull, so. Ah, it was a red, I wasn't expecting that, I really wasn't, but. Something new, please. Yes. Is it? Okay. That's very surprising. That's like, what? You know what? I'm not mad. I'm not. Because I kind of wanted a 2. I'm not mad. I'm just kind of confused. She is good. I did want to build her and I wanted to have her, but yeah, that is good. What? There's one more red left. What do you think it's gonna be? At this point, I think it's gonna be a dupe of an arc. It definitely is. If it is gonna be Shift Rimuru, this is gonna be like the godly pull, but I don't think it's gonna be. I'm still happy with what we've got so far, so yeah. That's still a very good pull. Not gonna lie, I'm happy about that. Really am. That's pretty good. Now we got 2 units so far. Pretty nice. Still no Rimuru, but I'm glad we got some new stuff from this. I know Shift Meredy is actually a pretty decent unit. She isn't terrible. She's actually a decent DPS unit. I will be going and building her as well. So it looks like I've got a lot of stuff to do. Where is she? Up here somewhere. Can't see. There we go. Now, believe me, correct me if I'm wrong, but we only got 1 prism from the event. From Meredy's event. I thought there would be more than 1 prism. Unless that 1 prism might have been from me. That might have been from the trading space that I got it from. I don't remember, but I was expecting more prisms for her, but I guess she's a good unit. I'm gonna let's go back to what we were trying to get. That is Rimuru. Remember, each unit, once you get into level 100, it's 1,000 crystals that you get back from it, so that's good. Let me check the trading space real quick. What I might do is one more temple with paid crystals and then do a few more free crystals and try and mix up things to make it more interesting. So we got the arc, that's nice. Yeah, if we do... We're at 16. We could go for the prisms, which might happen. Let's do another temple with paid crystals, see how it goes. I'm not mad about what we got so far, it's been pretty lucky, not gonna lie. Let's hope for Shift Rimuru this time. But I have a feeling Yeah, this one's not... You skip. Yeah, I had a feeling that we've used all of our red SSR luck, so... Yeah, we're gonna start getting less reds now. Just expected, I kind of expected that. So we got 19... I think there's this one here and then another lap, so that's like 18,000 for... Yeah, that's 18,000 for the guarantee. I'm not going to do that yet. I still want to do some Redux gacha, just in case we can get one of the arcs. You know. So I'm going to do another one. I know I'm crazy with the amount of summons I've been doing, but... I like doing this, I guess. I like getting new stuff. That's good. We're probably not going to be doing any more on the Redux banner for now. I don't know what I feel about this one, I don't know. I might go back and do the step up of the Redux banner later, but depends, really depends on SRimuru's luck. Come on, if I can get one of the arcs, that's gonna be perfect. One of the new arcs that I don't have. Well, it's not new, but still. 2 animations. There's a red, it's an arc. That is promising, but at the same time, when you get this animation, it doesn't mean anything. You get a dupe of anything, most likely. There's a lot. There's nothing new. There's 3 arcs. Okay, I'm not going to be doing any more summons on that one with free crystals for the moment, because I feel like, yeah, that was kind of, I don't know what to say about that. That was disappointing. Okay. How are we doing for free crystals? I'm still going to be getting SRiMuru. I always save at least 90,000. So, we can spend a few more. Trust me. Come on. SRiMuru. Yeah, we need both those. We need both arcs from the Redux banner. We need both of them. Oh, nobody's shown up again. This one's another skip. Unless it's gold. No, it's blue. It's nothing. Okay, I think maybe it might be time to go to the paid step up catcher again. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I know. Getting everything off banner is just the worst thing that could happen. It's really bad. How are we doing? Training space. So, how many summons have we done? I know a lot, but... So, we can get another prism for Rimuru. Perfect. And for this, we've done 82 for SRiMuru. We've got the arc, we don't have Rimuru yet. For the Redux banner, we've done 91. We've got million and many dupes of Rimuru. So many, we got 3. I could do some single summons if you want me to, but maybe we'll chill out a bit and do a 10 pull with single summons. Otherwise our crystals are just going to disappear. So 3, and it's a red. Okay, I was hoping that was going to happen at some point because I haven't seen that happen in a very long time. So we're guaranteed an SSR, but what is it? I think, obviously you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. SSR dupe. Please, SRiMuru. I need the SRiMuru. I need it. I really do. It's a unit. It's all promising, but at the same time, I don't think it's... It's only one. It's the unit. It has to be SRiMuru. It has to be. It is. It has to be. I've gotten every other unit that's available in this gacha. I'm the Slime Rimuru. I'm known as the Rising Star of the Demon Lords, but don't worry, I'm not a bad slime yet. Yeah, I'm happy about that. That's great. Exactly. You know what this means now is... Yeah, I know, finally, that took a while, but considering that, we got pretty lucky, not gonna lie. But I have a conundrum, really, or just a thing that I keep thinking of. So I gotta tell you a few things. So, if I go to credentials, we need to do four more paid summons, and we would be able to get a prism. I am probably gonna do that because I feel like 4 summons, we're so close to it, I might as well do it, right? And for the Redux, I think I'm still missing out on both arcs, so I think I'm gonna do another step up for 9,000. Yeah, thanks. I needed that luck. I wouldn't have had this luck if I was doing it by myself, trust me. Yeah, I need those arcs. I'm just missing those 2 arcs, but trust me, I'm gonna get those. So here's SRimuru, Demon Lord Rimuru Tempest. Looks great. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Rimuru's Tempest animations, like all the animations are very cool. That's why I have him as my home right now, because he's cool. This one I'm gonna put on my home for now. He looks great. I will be showcasing him in a little bit. We're not done yet. I need to get the Redux arcs. So, and also if I do 4 more single paid pulls, which I'm probably going to do, then we'll be able to get the last prisms. How much is that? 12? So that's 1,200 for 1 prism. That's definitely worth it, but I'm not going to do that right now. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Yeah, I need those. I need both of these arcs. So I think I'm going to do that. I already have one of these tickets that I can use, but I'm going to save it just in case we get one, because it's a smart idea. How much free crystals do we have left? I could do maybe 1 or 2 more 10 pulls with free summons for tickets. I might do that. Okay, here's the strategy. We're doing rapid fire single summons, and I'm gonna see if I can get one of those arcs that I'm missing. And I know what I'm doing. I know when to press the skip button. Like for now is a skip already. Maybe we can get one of those arcs. I'm gonna count how many we're doing just so I'm not, you know, nothing. What? This is already off to a bad start. I need both arcs. I do want both arcs just for the collection really, and they could be useful, so. Nope. That's the 4th one, this one's the 5th one, this is bad. I will showcase Rimuru in a minute. Tharia, give me the red. I think that's a gold. I think that's a gold. I'm gonna just check, but it's a gold. Yep. See, I know my stuff. Anyways, if I want, I could save some free crystals and do the step up instead, which means I'm probably just going to do this instead. That's going to save a bunch of stuff. Okay, one last temple. I keep doing this. One last temple ends up being like 100 pulls later, and I'm still saying one last temple. Do you ever get that? You feel like, oh, you don't want to stop, but you do want to stop, but you can't. Okay. I will promise you, I'm not doing any more free crystal summons after this one. If it's a red. Only if... Nope, there's a skip. There's nothing here. Yep. Okay, that means I'm just gonna go pity the arc, because then we can start focusing on Shift Rimuru real soon. So we're gonna do that, and I'll probably just get more paid crystals later on. So let's do that, and then we'll be able to pity both of those arcs, and that means we'll have everything so far, which is an incredibly good thing. Getting everything from a collab is like the best thing. A blue, 3 people. Give me the luck of the non-dupes. Give me the new arcs that I don't have. If I can get the arc here, that would save 6,000 more paid crystals. You know what might be disappointing is if I do the last 10 pull and it ends up being one of the new arcs on the last 10 pull. Come on, something new, please. At least one new thing. That's the only thing I need. It's only one. I don't think it's going to be anything new. I really don't think so. It is. That's perfect. That's really what I needed. There you go. That saves. That saves some crystals. Perfect. That's the arc I wanted too. If I use the tickets to get that arc guaranteed, I would have got that would have been a dupe. So now what I can do, learn from the master, save the tickets for once you've done all your summons first. Then you can go into the trading space and then get the last thing that we need. Not from here. Where is it? Not here either. This one. I can get the Storm Dragon Veldora, which is the last thing that I'm missing. There you go. Perfect. Now we've officially gotten everything from the Redux banner and the Part 1 gacha. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that's pretty damn lucky, not gonna lie. And I'm happy we can manage to do that, because that is so good. Okay, now we're not doing any more summons. The gacha's not going to be touched until Part 2. And that's a promise, and not a fake promise, trust me. Okay, let's just check all the arcs that we got. So we got these 3 arcs. Harvest Festival's pretty nice. This one's the new limited arc. Conqueror Flames is perfect for this magic spell, and I haven't looked too much into them really, I just wanted them, and then I'll have a look at them later, so that's what I'll do. Now the main focus of this is Shift Rimuru. Let's try him out. We will start showcasing him right now. But first, got to level him up and everything, so let's do that. Should be getting some good XP here too. What potions do I have? I didn't see. Crimson Potion and Gold Potion. I actually got quite a lot of those. Good stuff. Oh yeah, the one thing I need to remember that if I do 4 more single paid summons, then I can get 1 more prism for Rimuru. I'm probably going to do that, but you don't need to see it, so I guess it doesn't matter right now. I like to use all my materials on enhancing, because just in case. I want to create a world where we can live and laugh together. This power brings me 1 step closer. Nice. Okay, so obviously I won't be able to get him to 5th enhance. I am never able to do that straight away. But one thing I can do, well maybe, how much can I? I won't do it, but okay. Well, I'm going to quickly switch over to the Steam version now, because the Steam version is a lot faster. Which is the right button? I don't remember this one. Yep. I'm going to switch over to the Steam version, and because that's going to be a lot faster, and then we'll be able to showcase them a lot better. Just going to take a few seconds. I've already updated it, or did I? I think I did already update it. And then it is game window, or is it not? Yep, there you go. I love this wallpaper, by the way. Looks great. So now on the Steam version, we can now do everything. It's going to be a lot smoother. It's great. I guess what I should do is make a team with Rimuru by himself. I can already tell it's a lot smoother. And I have to remember we also got this Melody, which is great. So today, we got 3 new units today, and 3 new arcs. That's kind of a good day if you ask me. A great day. So let's not equip anything for now, let's just focus on learning his skills first. So let's do that. What is his ward? Let's see, I'm hoping it's non-attribute damage cap plus 100. But if it's not, then it's bad because it's just going to be plus 1% stat. Yes, it's bad, but it's something. No attribute damage plus 1%. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's... I have enough materials for this, so we'll be able to do this no problem. Auto heal is amazing on a physical DPS unit. Automatic use 30 MP to greatly recover HP instead of dying. It's amazing. I don't know if you know what evil absorption is, but the only unit we've seen this on before was Degrug, right? Chance to recover 50% of damage as HP. This stacks with the other skills he's got. He does have a lot of HP absorption type skills. Kind of interesting. I kind of want to build him as soon as I can because I want to try him in arena. Actually, I might just change him in arena right now. Even though he's not built, I'm just going to equip him in arena just so people know. I don't know if you do that. I sometimes do. I just put a unit on my arena attack team just to showcase that I have that unit. Kind of funny. Demon Lord's Awakening. So the plan is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase him with his base skills first, see what he does by himself. And then I'm going to test him out with dual wield by himself. And then after that I will start putting in other units. But obviously for the best example I have to bring in someone else for the honey elixir just to make it a lot easier. So him and Jen, because Jen honey elixir. And then I can start testing him with like Sarah and X Lilibet and units like that, just to see what his damage can be with all those support units, just with his base skills mostly. Creature Mastery is nice. And I'm also interested to know what his stats are going to be, especially with his Charisma. That's going to be pretty nice. I'll go through equipment and stuff in a minute once I've learnt everything, because I know you're probably going to want to know what equipments I should recommend. Since he has sword equip boosts, definitely equip a sword at least, and swords are like the best weapons for damage boost, so yeah, definitely equip a sword. The second weapon I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what second weapon you're going to equip. You don't need Trishula because he's non-attribute. So I don't know what you'd want to equip for a second weapon. Maybe a second sword, or maybe like a hammer or axe or something. Not 100% sure yet. But probably what I'll do for the showcase is just equip 2 swords. I have an idea. The science flag staff is a good option, maybe, because it technically its trait classifies as a, does the same thing as a, you know, Thaumaturgy Ring Plus, I think. So That could be a good option, which I might try it out. Because this unit is based off int and strength, which is always amazing, because that means you're going to get so much damage boost from that. Okay, do we have everything? I think so. We might be missing one thing, but I can't see it, so... 108, yeah, there we go, that's all of it. Obviously level 1 stats are not really going to be much, no equipment yet. Let's level him up to a decent number. Use a gold potion. A lot of XP. And I might use some of these. I could get him to 100 right now. Almost. But I don't want to waste all my potions just like that. I'm going to keep him at 60. That's a lot of XP. Hopefully I get to level 45 soon, that would be nice. Okay, let's awaken him a few times. As much as we can. Hey, that's not bad. Oh yeah. In the library, you get 200 more unit souls. Perfect. He does have unknown, pretty much unknown everything. Creature. Okay, let's go on to equipment now. So, all of these are all of his base skills. I'm not going to equip anything for the showcase at the start. I will equip dual wield with nothing else, just for a good showcase. So he can equip a sword and a staff. And that's mostly it, no other weapons. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put on Pure Blade Muramasa. Basically what you want for weapons, especially swords. Well, swords for this unit I'd recommend. Pure Blade Muramasa is a very good sword to use on this unit. Probably the best one to use. This is probably what I would use, but if you're hitting cap, then obviously you could use the Scarlet Blade for more damage cap if you want. There are some other good options, probably like yeah, I was thinking of using this. Greatly boosts physical attack damage based on ints. I might try using that with dual wield the flag with the current sword I've got, Muramasa. Any other swords? Well, this one could be good too. This one's a good one to use. Because it's non-attribute. Having non-attribute swords, you kind of want that for the Goddess Kiss. And Sword of Lost Soul is very good too. So yeah, I would recommend those swords mostly. Basically just the best swords, just use them. And for armor, obviously you're not going to be using armor. In an ideal build, you're not going to be using armor at all, you're going to be using dual wield, so... I'm not going to recommend any armor or anything, because... pretty much everyone should be using dual wield for this unit, because I don't see any benefit from using an armor. I mean... there is one thing you could do, but it's not even worth doing. See, this guy with the Beast Emperor, it says men and women only. Yeah, I don't think he has a gender, right? So he doesn't get the HP decrease, yeah, so that's one thing to note. You could use that if you want. I'm just going to use that for the showcase right now, but I will try out dual wield after I've tried him out with a basic build first. Now for accessories, I'm going to be using his paid accessory first, because that's incredibly good. Definitely going to want that. But if you don't have that, obviously you can use anything else that increase skill damage or non-attribute damage, like Mithril Relief is an incredibly good one to use too. Or something that increases, like this one's good too, if you're hitting your cap. And we've had a lot more accessories from arcs recently that have been pretty good with skill damage and stuff like that. They could be a good option, like the one from the Attack on Titans collab. Increased damage to bosses and increased movement speed, that one's a good one too. I'm going to be putting on Mithril Relief, so I'm going to use this for now. For the basis of showcase, and then let's go straight into the stage that I usually do, and see what he can do by himself. I'm going to equip an arc. What arc? Good question. A vase might be good. Yeah, it never outdamages dual wield unless it's a single wield unit. The only time you don't want to use dual wield is if the unit has damage cap increases that only apply when the unit only has one weapon equipped, like A2, or Leona, or Lanceville. Those units are the main ones I can think of. Balin's not really, he's better dual wield. If a unit like this, he has increased damage cap, right? You must use dual wield on him. He's going to be so much of a better DPS if you use dual wield on him. See, look at his attribute resistances right now. That's ridiculous. Part of it is because of the paid accessory. Still, let's awaken him a few more times. And also depends on what content you're doing. Because Arena and PvE are a lot different. For PvE, like hard bosses and stuff, dual wield is 99% of the time going to be better. Like on Loxus, dual wields, 100% of the time going to be using dual wield on Loxus in hard bosses. But in Arena, Loxus cannot have any weapons equipped because of what skills he's got, you know. So he does very well in Arena without weapons and armor because of what skills he's got. But in hard stages, you're going to need that dual wield. It just always depends on the content, really. So, Vars, when physically attacking damage, if not hitting at weak attributes. Here's what I'm thinking. I have a question, which nobody's going to know the answer to. Does this trait apply when SRimuru's trait 1 activates when an enemy is weak to a certain element? I have absolutely no idea. Because technically, it doesn't hit a weak attribute, it increases the damage. So I'm assuming that this is always going to apply the 40% damage boost because it's technically not hitting the weak attributes, right? So I'm going to keep that on for now. And I'm going to go into the same stage and we'll start trying them out now. I'm looking forward to this part. This is the part I was waiting for the entire stream. This is the best part. Where I get to see for the first time if he's any good. Basically. So let's put on Jen for the tiny elixir. I guess he doesn't need anything. I do want to put on Great War of Ruin just for the, you know, special, just show it off. So we'll do that. And I think that's it, yeah. So let's go in like this. This is without dual wield, just with a few equipment, and with all of his base skills at 4th enhanced level 60. And obviously the arc trait is going to increase his damage too, but he's not going to hit cap. Don't expect him to hit the cap here. So he's got his skill 3 already. Let's try out skill 3 first. What's the damage of this thing? It does increase skill 3 does increase damage to enemies weak to light. He's weak to light. Okay, obviously damage not that high, but he doesn't have dual wield on him right now. What's his normal attack? I wanted to try that. Yeah, expected normal attack. Okay, honey elixir time. Don't expect him to be very good here, because he doesn't have dual wield on. Let's start using skills a lot. Look how fast his skill 1 is, you can just spam that. And skill 3 is very good too. You kinda gotta be in range for skill 2, but it is pretty good. Oh, I like that already. I wanna look at his stats. Base stats. I use charisma. Now what are his stats? Pretty decent. Okay, that's pretty good. Another honey elixir. Yeah, obviously he's not doing much damage here because all of his base skills and stuff. He doesn't have any slayers or anything activated. I think a good combination might be skill 2, pull them all in, and then like a skill 1 or skill 3 or something. He is still hitting good damage though. I love that skill 1, not gonna lie. Okay, time for a special skill. After this, I'm gonna go and put on dual wield. The special, I don't know if you notice, it's incredibly long animation. It's pretty cool, but the hits are very slow. It's 40 hits, it's not that bad. Yeah, I like that skill 1 so much. Yeah, this is fun, but I want to make it even better, so let's go back out. Yeah, skill stocks are gonna be quite good. I'm missing purple orb, so remember that. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, same thing, but not the same thing. I'm gonna put on dual wields. That's the only difference I'm gonna make is dual wields, and that's it. Then I'm gonna see how much better he performs, and then maybe I could start putting on, you know, other units and arcs and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do, equip the staff that I was thinking of earlier. Let's see what his damage is like right now. With dual wield, the only difference I made is dual wield and this one weapon. Right. Down. Where is... I missed it. Here. There you go. So this is what I'm going to use now. Seems like a very good build. Just the only difference is dual wield and that staff. And now let's go back in, do exactly the same thing we just did. And see how much better he performs this time. He should be doing a lot better this time. And then after this we will start putting in Sarah, Lilibet, and arc skills like Theopolis. So I might as well use Charisma because I did last time. So. You know, I like it. Even though it's not hitting cap or anything, these are just his base skills with dual wields. With some pretty good stuff. It's not that bad so far. Obviously, these are just his base skills, so remember that. But I still think he's performing pretty well, considering. Okay, now let's go back out. Let me try one more thing. I'm gonna use Lilibet and Sarah with Theopolis now, just to see. How do you not have her still at not 120? I'll use someone as a support just to make it easier to have better. Sure. And let's go. It's going to be very interesting. Theopolis. And that should be it. I think that's all we need, right? I want to put on the thing just so you don't screw things up for me. Maybe I should put honey elixir on you. I should do that. And remove a few things. There you go. And now, let's go back in. Use all of our everything, right? And we'll see how this goes. I'm looking forward to this one. So let's see. I just realized that since Lilibet gives Slayers to Rimuru, he's not going to get the damage boost from his arc trait anymore, so that's kind of disappointing. Didn't really think about that. So let's use these specials, and then we will see how this performs. This is going to be fun. Yep. Now use your special. Good. And then Theopolis arc skill 3. We're going to be using skill 3 for this example. Theopolis. And now watch this. I want to know how much damage it does now. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty good. That was... He's not even a fully built unit yet. I know he's not hitting his cap, but that was still pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was pretty nice. If I go in with a better arc this time, it would do a bit more damage, but do I really want to do that? I mean, kind of. I mean, I can't use Game Master because I don't have fish right now. I don't think he's learnt on him because I haven't used him, he wouldn't have it. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, no. Let's try... Which arc this time? I mean, Council of 10 is good, but... For skill damage, yeah, I'm just gonna go for the basic skill damage arc, this one. And then we'll go do it. I should have used a different support unit. We'll do this one more time and then I guess we're finished here, because it's been almost 3 hours, so yeah. I like that skill 1 so much, and the skill 3, especially skill 1. I want to increase the skill 1 stock, and just spam like 5 skill 1s. Gonna be so good. Okay, let's do it one more time. This time I might try using a skill 2 a bit more, just to see what that damage can be. That'd be a good thing. Why do you have stun, you idiots? Why did you get... You screwed everything. I mean, I don't think I can do anything about that, can I? Well, I guess I could do without it. Fine. I can't use a special when she's stunned. It's just dumb. Okay, let's go here. I'm gonna use Theopolis without Sarah's special, I guess. I'm gonna use skill 2 this time just to try it out. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. He seems to be hitting good numbers. Okay. I kinda like that. He seems like he's pretty good so far. I'm not 100% sure of his skill 3 range yet. I have to test that mostly in arena, which I can't do until I've built him a lot more. So that's, yeah. I mean, I could try out here what his skill 3 range is. So I can go in one more time, just by himself, I guess. I've been using Council of 10 a lot more often recently. Mostly on Levi, incredibly good. I was considering getting it to level 10 arc skill. I got it to like level 5. Okay, let's this isn't a good example, but I just want to see if it does manage to hit all of them. It doesn't. It hits those two, but not that guy. Okay. That still lags. I do like this, especially the noise it makes when you use your skill 1 is pretty nice. Let's just kill these guys and I guess we're mostly done here. If you have any questions then let me know, because I think I've went over everything I wanted to today. The stream was a lot longer than I expected it to be, 3 hours, but I'm happy with what we've done, and this unit seems pretty good so far. I know I've got to do a lot more testing and stuff, but so far I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. Skill 1 is crazy. Skill 2 is actually not that bad either. There you go. He's weak to light, which I don't have a skill 3 right now. We'll just kill him. There you go. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's very funny. He has a sword, but all of his skills, every single one of his skills, don't use a sword. It's just kind of funny. He holds the sword, but doesn't use it. He only uses it for his normal attack, which I guess is fine. Okay, well that's everything I really wanted to go over for this. I guess my conclusion for this, we can look at the challenge, I didn't look at that. My conclusion for this part 1 collab so far, I guess. I think SRimuru looks like a very solid unit, there's nothing bad about him or anything. If you're having a hard time deciding on if you want to wait for part 2, then just wait. If you don't know if you want SRimuru or not, then just wait for part 2, because part 2 could be better, we don't know. That's basically what everyone says all the time in Collab, just wait, because you don't know what part 2 is going to have, because we don't know any information on it yet. I think SRimuru is going to be a very solid unit. I don't know how good he's going to be in Arena. I really need to test that out soon. And if you're missing non-attribute units, then definitely you're going to want to have this guy, because you need at least one solid non-attribute unit. That's what I think anyway, because let's say you have a team of 4 and you have a lot of physical DPS units, but only one of them can equip Trishula. Your second physical DPS unit is most likely going to be a non-attribute unit in most cases, because the enemy resistance is probably going to be pretty high for most elements, so having at least one solid non-attribute unit is going to be good. And this guy can increase damage based on the resistance of enemies, and he doesn't change his skills to those elements, he just increases damage and damage cap, so I think this is a very solid unit. I do kind of like him. I've got to test him out a lot more, and I'm kind of happy with what we got today. All of these arcs and new units that we got today are very good. I'm quite happy with what we got today, and I'm hoping that everyone else had some good luck with this collab. If you plan to do any summons soon, or if you're waiting for what I thought I was going to say about this unit, then I wish you luck on this part 1. The arc, don't chase this arc, I'm saying that now. It's nothing you need. If you manage to get it like I did, then that's great, because it's still nice to have it, but I don't think it's that great. You don't need it that badly. I think SRimuru is the main unit, the main thing you want from this part 1 gacha. I probably would recommend to go for SRimuru over anything else, but it kind of depends on your account and everything like that. The Redux, I haven't really been talking over the Redux units, buffs or anything like that, because I don't think they're really that important. I think Milim's buffs are very solid. She seems like she's going to be a pretty decent unit now. Obviously not anything meta or anything, but I think she's going to be a pretty decent unit. Rimuru Tempest, the original Rimuru, is going to be just, don't try. He's not very good. His buff wasn't enough. That's all I'm going to say. He's cool, but yeah, he has no use in this game currently, so his buff didn't really change him. If you get him, just be disappointed really, because he isn't that good. But if you manage to get something, then I guess that's something. And these arcs are both good to have, because reruns of collabs don't happen that often, so definitely try to get them if you can, but if you need a non-attribute unit, then definitely try for SRimuru. And that's pretty much all I can say. I think he's going to be a very solid unit. He's not going to be an incredibly top tier unit, I think, but he's definitely going to be very useful. And maybe he'll be one of the top tier units in Arena, we don't know yet. It's going to be down to testing. Artwork is amazing. I'm probably just going to say, I'm going to recommend save for part 2 just in case. But if you need non-absolute units, then try for SRimuru if possible. So yeah, I'm gonna finish talking now because it's been 3 hours, way too long. I've gotta have lunch. So yeah, I'll see you next week for part 2. I'm expecting it should be Monday again. That's fine by me. It should be around the same time, and we'll go over Shift Milim and that arc. It's not going to be as long of a stream as this one, because this one, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do in this one. Part 2 isn't going to be as long, but I'm still looking forward to that. There's a lot of stuff I got to do right now for this part 1 with the event and building units and stuff. We got a lot of stuff today, like 6 new things, so yeah. I'll see you next week, hopefully on the Monday. It probably should be then, so yeah. Bye. Enjoy this.